We are
I'm
the sex
recording.
bombs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Etc.
Are you?
Yes, I'm recording as well.
Okay, I'll start then.
Good.
I'm
Good.
not familiar with that meme.
No, I have lost me as well.
Yeah, there seems to be lots of memes here that I'm not familiar with. I should watch more anime.
Or less.
No,
Yeah.
watch more.
No,
that is
less.
the right way.
Watch less.
That is the way.
Anime was a
Watch
mistake.
more. Yes, it was the greatest mistake.
Anyway, I'll begin.
Go for it.
K-head Miha Fulcher, mortals, to the second session of Hotel
Yes,
Delceto.
and hullabaloo to you too, sir. Okay, delayed reaction. That's a good
Not
start.
everything needs to be made a joke.
We return once more. I am the keeper of Delceto, Danton Stormkeeper, and with me are the poor souls who are fighting against the tide of winter. Playing as the stage magician Tobias Brown, Icy Pal.
Yes, as poor unfortunate souls.
Musical.
No, you should be singing I Got Friends on the Other Side.
Ah, good point.
Be a
That
man.
is a good idea.
Playing as the former stage actress Kathleen Doyle, Devar Arkvaron.
But Paul McDonald, I knew ye less than I already did before.
Sure.
Playing as the stuntman Paddy Brannigan, Demonox.
What is happening? Oh,
He's
Sorry,
drinking.
right there.
He's drinking on the job.
So he's playing his character.
so maybe that's why he's no longer a stuntman. By the way, he's a stuntman. I never gotten that, honestly.
He did say it last session somewhere.
I'm sure he did say something, but I couldn't understand a single word he was
Technically, I didn't
saying.
say that was my actual job profession until afterwards.
And he's not fired, he's on vacation.
Yeah.
He's on permanent vacation.
No,
No,
still
that's dead.
hired.
Playing as the stranger from a faraway land, Tuomas Vuron Solo, hedonistic actor Martin Malley.
Greetings.
Yes, it's
Oh,
a
he's all.
Solo.
faraway land on the other side of Russia, apparently.
Well, it is on other side of Russia.
That depends
Yes.
That depends if you're coming from the east or the west.
Well, that depends what is your starting point.
I say it's still on the other side of Russia, so
Yeah, it's with the
And
Russians' neighboring country or something.
And finally, playing as the mysterious, lurking handyman, Stephaniel Umlaut McMalley, the eighth half esquire, Madhog thy master.
That description fits me in real life as well.
So now that I think of it, is it more authentic to, at this point, call it Russia or Soviet Union?
Well, the
Soviet
Soviet
Union.
Union has just started. It's only being in place since 1917, and we are in 1923, so not even a decade old.
I say Soviet Union hasn't broken up yet.
It has its 6th birthday this year.
Yes.
Yeah, just like Finland.
Well, it technically started 1 year after the revolution, so around 1918 or so. Anyway.
Yeah, so let us carry on with our little tale. For last
Do we have
left
to?
Well,
you can
so-
leave.
off here.
well, those viewers who are joining for the first time need to know what happened last time.
Somebody died.
We left off.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Caitlin McDonnell, whose husband Roy was missing, has now disappeared herself. Her room was found in a mess with a trail of blood on the floor. What happened in this room the night before? Where is she now? And who or what did this? So many questions, but will these people get the answers they seek? Or will they wish they left it buried deep in the darkest recesses of the mysterious left unsolved?
Probably the latter.
I mean, we probably would do the latter if we, in reality, but we have to do the former because otherwise it won't be much of a story.
I was gonna say in the latter, in reality, I would have left this place quite a while ago. I'd be on that first coach.
I'd be wondering how I ended up in Ireland in real life.
I've gone there on vacation.
I mean, sure. There has to be
Time
something
travel?
real nice to see in Ireland in the past, in 1923.
Anyway, so you all are outside Caitlin's room. It's a mess right now. Bed has been slashed with look like a rake has gone through the mattress itself. The blood trail leads towards the window and out into the woods. The window itself, however, is open and intact.
Is Caitlin herself here? Do we see her?
No,
No,
she's disappeared.
Oh, okay.
And there are just blood, no guts or anything.
No guts, it's just a trail of blood.
No guts, no glory.
I mean, if there was guts, I think we would have to have done a sanity check last session.
Yes, honestly, I'm surprised we didn't do a sanity check last session with all the blood splurting, staining all the walls.
Is there that much of blood?
There has to be a significant amount.
Is it like Kill Bill much of blood or just
I was picturing. Personally, I was
what is that?
picturing Ichi the Killer, but you mentioned the absence of actual guts, so no, it's too tamed.
so Nightmare on Elm Street?
Yeah, there is also a blood-stained book on the floor near the window.
You're roboting a little bit.
Yeah, you roboted a bit.
I am.
Yeah, you haven't. You're not now, but
Alright, so shall I repeat what I just said?
No,
Yeah.
There's
no,
a
we
blood-stained
understood
book near the
you.
window.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
understand. There's a book nearby window.
Yes, book,
Bloodstained.
Yeah.
book, window, blood, go!
Yeah,
Okay.
well, Rowan right now is trying to calm everyone down and get them all to walk away from the scene. He's like, okay, that's enough. Get back to your breakfast. The Garda will be here later to see this. Bridget, the newspaper reporter, has already begun writing in a notebook furiously. Godfrey Clark, the priest, is praying.
You are surprisingly calm about this.
Who is he talking about?
Oh, sorry, so Rowan.
Well, there's very little we can do right now, and I'm just trying to get order back into this.
So, while Rowan is talking to everyone else, Umlaut is going to try to very inconspicuously shimmy away from the room and skedaddle altogether. He's going to attempt to skip down unless somebody notices that he's very inconspicuously trying to skedaddle. That is.
yeah.
I'm going to
sorry.
say it's very not difficult to notice.
Yeah, I'm just going to say basically, because you're saying it's not very difficult to notice that most of the people realize that you're going.
Well, here's the thing. He thinks he can be inconspicuous, but the way he presents himself, the way he dresses up, masking his face, he's a tall, lanky fellow, so in a room full of people, he really stands out.
By the way, Isipal, no.
Okay.
I heard you tapping the keyboard earlier on, so...
I needed to ask Dantan about something just quickly.
I'm basically gonna have my Kathleen Doyle basically look to Umlaut, go like, "Where do you think you're going?"
He's already down the stairs by the time you say that. He's basically running now.
Right.
Well,
have
you
to talk to him
well,
later.
yes, you know where to find him. Actually, do you?
No.
No, no, they don't.
Oh,
Do not
The
hold
players
it
know, but
He sure was in a hurry leaving.
do not hold it against the man himself. What I've seen, he has very nervous temperament.
yeah. yes, he knows he's been hiding behind the counter every time the fireworks go off.
Yeah, Rowan just says he's probably gone to the back garden where the shed is.
Poor man is afraid of his own shadow.
I'm not sure if I can eat right now.
No, I don't think I could either.
Did
Well,
any of you hear anything last night?
Yes, I was going to ask that. Who was in room 2?
Rowan just points out basically Teresa.
Okay. Then Kathleen Doyle
So,
will stay
Farafalafi,
there.
did you hear anything last night?
She just basically says to you, she says, it was around midnight. I heard a loud bang, some shouting, and then it stopped quickly. I thought her husband finally returned, so I didn't think much of it.
So you didn't hear the clattering of objects or anything?
As I said, I heard a loud bang, some shouting, and it stopped quickly.
Sounds like Has anyone actually seen the husband lately?
When
Everyone's-
actually, when was the last time I saw Rory?
It was probably somewhere before the rest of the guests arrived in the evening, so it's probably somewhere in the afternoon. Anyone last saw him?
But it was so basically yesterday, but just
Yes.
early yesterday.
Yeah, early yesterday in the afternoon.
Last time last time I saw Mr. McO'Donnell was actually maybe an hour or two before you arrived. So honestly, I wasn't paying much of attention. I was preparing for my amazing magic show. So I do not know what he exactly was doing.
Yes.
Well, he wouldn't have been here. Oh, quite frankly, it'd be a lot more messy in there. If a big, oh god, I lost train of thought now.
Well, around this time, you see Deirdre is huddled up in the corner while Malachi with Bran is making sure she is okay. The doctor, who is stood at the back of the crowd observing everyone, and the sailor, the old sailor that you met yesterday, Devar, is shouting, "It's happening! It has begun!"
Yes,
What the bleed is he on about?
of course.
I don't know. He talked about Fomorians and other things. I really didn't get any of it.
It better not be Dagon worshipping fish people.
Well, then you see the artist Devlin Kennedy. He looks really alarmed by everything that's going on, and he runs up the stairs. And a few moments later, you hear him slam the door, and you hear the click of a lock.
He had
Oh
fairly good
yes!
ideas.
Oh yes, lock yourself inside your own room. That will keep you safe.
He's on the third floor.
The fact he went upstairs. Wait a minute, let me check something.
That's the third floor.
Yeah, well, he's in the royal suite.
Yes.
So
really
he
expensive room
lives
at
in
the
the
top.
royal suite.
So he's in the probably the highest room with the best security.
Right. Okay, I'll have to keep
Doc-
that in mind.
Doctor, can you did you see the room?
Which room?
The room where the blood is.
I'm all the way at the back of the crowd, so I haven't had a good look at it yet.
Will I give him some space so he can take a look, or?
Yeah. I've Kathleen Dawes is going to go to Rowan, going like, I think maybe you should take everyone downstairs.
And then has the doctor had a good look on the room?
Well, Rowan's like going like, we should probably leave this to the guard when they turn up.
Since I was among the first on the scene and I got a good look at the room, did it look like an animal went through there, or human with some kind of weapon? or some kind of bladed implement?
Either roll intelligence.
I want to say because I looked out the window.
89. I have no idea.
Yes, it could be animal. It could be a man with a weapon. You're unsure.
Other than the trail of blood, did I notice anything else when I was peering out the window? In the last session, I looked out the window to see the trail of blood leading to the forest.
Yeah, well, the trail basically went down to the ground below, and then it went into the woods. That's what you saw.
Right.
Hold on. I remember that I have plus skills on first aid. Can I use that roll to deduct the medical thing? I was trying to deduct that. If there's enough blood for that, if it's indeed her blood, that if there's enough that she could still be alive, or is that all a human can contain?
Make an intelligence check. And use your first aid as a bonus.
Okay. Hold on. So there was the D100, yes.
Yeah, just a
Yes.
D100.
49.
From what you can tell from the amount of blood that there is, you'd be surprised if she was alive.
So not completely out of the realm of possibilities, but highly unlikely.
And it could be blood from two people.
Yeah, good point. There's a husband as well. If he was in there, or her attacker. The problem is you don't have the medical facility to determine whose blood is whose.
Yeah.
Well,
Whatever did this, I don't think it was an animal, because if it was an animal, the window would have been broken.
Not if she left it open.
Or she might have opened it if she saw someone she knew.
I think we're all heading downstairs, by the way. At some
Yes.
point, because
Irish vampires.
Paddy's going to immediately walk straight out the door to look at the balcony where from her window is.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually try and investigate the room, actually. Myself.
So you're going to slip around while everyone else is going the other direction.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Who was the guy who shouted that it has begun?
The sailor.
It was an old sailor.
Yeah, an old sailor. He was called Patrick Quinn. I've met him last session, myself.
the crazy writer.
Yeah, he was in the bar last night as well.
Okay.
Yes, I think we should leave and wait until the guard shows up here to conduct an investigation. We don't want to muddle the crime scene.
Yeah. So you see, basically, Malachite takes the master key from Deirdre and just locks the door. So when everyone gets out,
Tobias goes back to the
Rowan
kitchen.
starts leading people downstairs.
Yeah, Tobias goes back to the kitchen to finish his porridge.
Yummy porridge.
Does it have jam or sugar in it?
Do we have those things, or are we under shortage of such things?
All right, yeah. I was joking mainly.
It'd probably just be porridge by itself.
Oatmeal.
Basically nothing.
I
What?
guess I tried to
Oatmeal
eat
is
as well.
good for you.
I'm sorry,
You
Matthew,
just
what was
said the most cursed words your mom would tell to you.
I mean, my mom did tell that to us, and she was right.
that? I
I
didn't
like
hear what
porridge.
Matty said.
Yeah, just eat. Try to eat. Yeah.
Yeah, well, everyone else is trying to eat, but some of them have clearly lost their appetite.
Well, everyone can see it that Tobias has no problems with eating.
You also see for the first time, stood basically in the room, is a woman who looks to be in her late 30s with long curly blonde hair and earthy brown eyes. She wears a green dress with a skirt that reaches down to below her knees and a pair of green high heels. Right now, she looks a little distraught as she stands there, hand on over her mouth.
Actually, I go to outside of the hotel and see if under the window is any blood on the outside.
I was
So-
doing that as well.
Yeah, so basically you and Demonox are doing the same thing, essentially.
Okay. Well, first, I was just going to say basically that Umlaut and Tobias would know that this woman is Sheila Boyle, the wife of Rowan. But we'll we'll go with Demonox and Marty, who are going outside. You go down the side of the hotel where the window basically meets the ground. So, what do you want to search for?
Yeah, I basically want to see if there's any blood marks on the outside walls or.
Yeah, because we ain't so tall. You have to put. There's nobody in the room, so whatever happened, they had to take the body with them.
Well,
So there'd be marks if they climbed.
make an investigation check, both of you. Use either dexterity or intelligence.
I choose my dexterity because I am. Thing with this.
100.
That's a fail. Critical fail.
21.
Okie dokie. Paddy, you
That actually worked even with my intelligence. Damn it.
Yeah. Well, from what you can tell from just taking a look, is that there are no marks on the wall. It's like as if basically if she was dragged out, she wasn't scraped against the wall. She just pretty much plummeted down to the floor and then was dragged away.
I was looking like, how the blazes she? Well, I'll say this much. There's no way they climbed up this wall or down it without touching it. Without touching her, with all the blood in the room. There's a mark on the wall. There's not a mark on this. There's not a big mark on this lively wall.
There doesn't seem to be any ladders either.
Now, I can tell you from experience, going up and down without a ladder is incredibly hard.
But not impossible for a stuntman.
Oh!
D-Rox is being sus.
Even with
So,
getting up there without and even if you could get up there without the ladder, how the blaze would you get the body down without touching? You'd have to throw the body out of the window in order to get back down again. There's no way you could do it and climb down without dragging it all over the wall.
So, have you
There's no
played,
actual proof.
there any
played an extra in a Harold Lloyd movie recently?
is there any mark on if body had been fallen on the ground or has the snow covered it?
The snow has partly covered it, but you can see basically like an indentation, like a sort of crater where basically the snow has like mounted on the sides, sort of a bit, where the body did hit originally.
Are there any
Point.
footprints?
Funny enough, no.
That's
Which is
now.
even weirder.
Maybe the snow covered. I was just looking like, struggling like, maybe the snow covered it up. It's weird. How can a man still? You need some. There's not even a marking for the ladders around here. So the guy, whoever did this, had to climb up there. Had to climb up on his own and then get back down.
Yeah.
You
Well,
just see as you're both talking, the doctor comes around and goes like, "You both found anything?"
Aye, though it's not looking good. Seems to be a bit of a weird one. Boyle.
so if we assume that the snow has covered any footprints, maybe there's no ladders around, maybe whoever did this came from the hotel side to her room and not from the window.
Well, that now would make more sense. If they came in through the window and then came in through the door and out through the window.
Either someone she knew or someone who has keys to all the rooms.
Besides, who said they left the guy left through the window? He may come back down through the hotel. And then come out to take the body away from here. It's a lot easier than trying to climb down it in the snow.
Yeah. Well,
But also,
maybe-
our character, we also need to somehow figure out a way to get back into the room to have a look at it.
well, I guess I go back inside. Thank you, fellow amateur detective.
Hey, just go. You're welcome there, Tommy boy.
Tommy boy.
Well, at least he didn't call you Toby Baby.
Yeah. I
Yes.
go back inside.
So, what's Umlaut doing right now, Madhog?
Well, good question, really. What's Umlaut doing? He is preparing to skip town, as it were. He took all of his possessions, which in fairness, it's not that many. Is considering his next move. He basically had this big cartography map and a dart, throws the dart on the map, it lands on a specific spot. Okay, I'm going there next. I
And it turns out it's the same place that he's standing in right now.
So he's going out, he's maybe thinking he's going back to a life of wandering across the sea. He sure enjoyed doing that in his day.
God grace. Now he's gonna be the ghost pirate LeChuck.
This is Captain Blood. Anyway, so as he's taking a few scant steps outside of the shed, baggage in hand, or, whatever scant equivalent of that he might possess, he stops dead in the middle of his track, his eyes looking at the distance. He reaches his hand into his pocket. He extracts a spoon! He looks at the spoon longingly. Flashback! So he goes back to a time not too long ago, about 2 or 3 days actually, in which he was in the hotel's mess hall. He was having a cup of coffee. He had the coffee, he had the cup, he had the sugar, but he was lacking one important element. Care to guess what that was?
I'm thinking it's an implement he's currently holding.
A spoon! He was missing a spoon. So here comes Sheila, who, in an act of just selflessness, in an act of mundane selflessness, gives a spoon, lends a spoon to Umlaut. He takes the spoon from her gentle hands. A single tear descends from his eye. He has never seen such kindness in his life. So the flashback ends. He looks at the spoon one last time and puts it back into the pocket. He takes a deep breath and he starts walking back to the premises.
You do know that spoon is hotel property, right?
Shh! Don't ruin the moment. Don't spoil it. He found a motivation to stay here and help.
Toss a spoon to your whatever you are.
Toss a spoon to your shady.
Janitor?
Janitor?
He is the hotel factotum on paper. He does pretty much everything that needs to be done at any point in time. So doesn't really roll off the tongue well, does it?
No, it does not.
As you're walking back towards the premises, you see Sheila. She's
I
like,
still have the pirate hat, by the way. I did not remove it.
she's like looking around, and then she sees you and goes like, "Oh, Umlaut, thank God. I was worried that you went. I don't know where you went."
Oh, he tips his pirate hat to the lady. Army mateys.
Oh, diddly-dee. Being a pirate is all gonna be. You're gonna be
Yeah,
a pirate.
Fun fact: he still has his regular cap under the hat. So when he removes the hat, you can see the other hat under it.
You see her smile and laugh a little and go like, "Thanks, you really lift my spirits up."
He doesn't know what she's talking about, but he's going to go along with it.
You're like the second son that I never had.
Wait, how old is she?
She's in her late 30s.
I mean, he's not that much younger from her, comparatively speaking, so that's a weird sentence to coming out. That's a weird sentence.
Oh, then
He's
that's
not
the same she had a son.
He's not that, do you think he's a teenager or something?
Maybe Umlaut looks younger than he actually is.
How can you tell? He's constantly wearing a scarf that covers Alfie's face.
Exactly.
Exactly, you have very young eyes.
Oh, it covers up his face. I thought this just covers the throat.
Nope. Just
No, it
covering.
goes out his face. He goes Kakashi.
Okay, so he's a bit weirded out by that statement, but he's just going to go along with it, because what can you do? So?
Anyways, yeah, so she's like, I was hoping that you could help me with something.
He looks, his body speaks of eagerness and trust. So he's willing to help, that's what I'm on about.
Well, we have a problem with some of the lights in the museum. I would like you to basically go check them out.
Oh sure, I'm totally going to go there and check the lights alone on my lonesome. What could possibly go wrong?
I mean, of course you are. You hate interacting with people.
Exactly.
So-
So this is
I
fun for you.
know, this is Madhog talking, not Madhog's character, so...
Yeah, I was gonna say that maybe going alone's a bad idea at this point.
I know, but what can you do?
Fine.
What can you do? It's the character I decided to play. Honestly, last time, experience taught me, last time we played Call of Cthulhu, that it's worse to be around people in these sorts of games, because they will make bad decisions, and you have to suffer the consequences of those bad decisions. Anyway, not pointing fingers here. Is going to go fix the lights.
Yeah, so she gives you basically the key to the room. And,
Question, what do I find inside the museum? What kind of a museum is it anyway? A nautical museum? Mining museum? A museum of dinosaur droppings?
we'll get to that at some point.
Oh gosh, no, it's a... Oh, please don't. Don't
I
tell
see
me it's a
how.
wax museum.
Yes.
What's your character doing?
Finishing his breakfast.
Yeah, Kathleen does just across from you, go like, "It's amazing you can eat at a time like this."
He actually stops for a moment and takes a deep breath. And I remember that I haven't described actually what he looks like. Tobias Brown, who you still know only as Venificus, is a young man in his early 20s with very dark brown hair and blue eyes. And as he is quiet for a moment and says, honestly, it's not something I'm proud of, but I've saw far worse things than little blood during the Great War.
Oh, so you went to war, did you?
No, I was still a child back in the day. The war came to me.
Oh,
Ooh, deep.
yeah, understand that that's probably a traumatic experience then for you.
Oh no, it was a jolly good time. We went on attractions, to the amusement park, we went swimming in the river.
Yeah, I once played Medal of Honor Alien Assault. It's not that bad as people think.
That's awful.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Even I didn't go there.
Yes.
Besides, that's the wrong war.
Have you ever been to Coney Island? So,
Yeah.
what happens
Yeah.
next?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Icy Pal to answer me because I said it was a traumatic experience.
It was eye-opening, to say the least, about the ugliness of the world.
Oh, believe me, I know about ugliness, especially living in this country.
Yeah, yes, what I've heard, it has been tumultuous times for everyone here. I haven't been here that long, less than a year.
Believe me, the words you hear cannot even half describe the atrocities that happened in this country. You notice that she basically takes a longer, I don't want to say swig, but I'm not sure if that's the right term for smoking.
Yes,
Oh,
she's
Frost.
she's binge drinking those cigarettes.
a longer drag, I would say.
Drag. There you go. A longer drag on it.
That's probably, a longer drag on than usual and just puffs out lots of smoke into the air. Oh. This always calms my nerves, this does. Speaking of which, do you think we could find anything in that room?
What, us? I don't... unless Umlaut wishes to reveal something from his past, I don't think anyone here is any kind of detective.
He shows up with a detective hat.
Well, luckily for this hotel, I was an actress.
Oh gosh, go on. Oh, don't need to call the police then. We have an actress.
Oh no,
yeah.
one of these cases.
Yeah, Phineas basically just goes like, "Oh, tell me, what does an actress know of crime investigation then?"
Easy.
Yes, Tobias looks confused by that statement.
Did you play as Sherlock Holmes' lost sister in a play or something?
Easy. I played in a stage show once. I wasn't the investigator. I was the investigator's assistant. But all of the basics of crime investigation is written down in this here book right here. I've written it all down.
She played Mrs.
Oh my!
Marple.
Is it a Sherlock Holmes cross Watson ship fan fiction?
No, it's actually her journal, which looks like a very small book that she.
Does it have little doodles of Sherlock Holmes and Watson kissing each other?
No.
Yeah,
So-
well, Phineas also says that I also would like to get into that room.
Really now? Why would you want to get in there?
I want to find out basically what happened to her.
I'd say by now, Paddy's coming back in. I don't think we spent that long looking upstairs outside.
No, you were back in the room, you two.
Did I come in just in time to hear her saying she wants to get back in the room?
Yeah.
I actually is the hotel manager nearby. What's his face again?
Rowan.
Rowan. Is he nearby when I arrived at the house back in the hotel?
He's probably basically next to the bar at this point, which is where everyone else is having their breakfast.
He's having an early drink.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's got a big bottle.
Just out of curiosity, is there which does the hotel staff have access to all the rooms?
Rowan just goes like, well, each one has a Deirdre had a master key, so do I.
Okay.
So that's it. I think that translates to no. They only have two of them. Only have the master keys.
Yeah, the manager and the maid.
Okay. And they're not missing on anything.
You see, Rowan just pulls out his to show you, and then he goes like to Malachi, "Did Deirdre have hers on her?" And Malachi just goes, "Yeah, I took it off her. She's in the back right now, recovering."
Okay, so the two master keys are accounted for. Sorry.
Guys, this is a radio show, technically.
Did you know whoever was in that room well?
Rowan just basically answers, "I only just met her. I met all the guests today."
Okay. And she's not any kind of celebrity or anything?
She's a high-class lady from Cork.
From where? Sorry?
Cork.
Cork.
How do you spell it?
Now it sounds.
I know, that's why I'm asking how do you spell it.
Yeah.
It's not Welsh.
Yeah, I can't picture why anyone would want to hurt her. Was she politically active?
Oh,
Awesome.
Cork! There is an R that I was not hearing from you, hence my initial doubt.
Oh, what were you hearing?
You know exactly what I was hearing. I don't need to say it out loud. That's why I asked, how do you spell it?
A
There is
rooster.
Yes, but why are you asking all these questions, Mr. Tuomas?
I just try to make sense of all this. Why would anyone want to kill her? Or hurt? We don't know if but there was a lot of blood loss from what I saw. I'm not sure. I'm not hopeful for her.
This is all I need. Bloody bad reputation on the first day.
I'm sure it's a bit. Well, it's not that good for the lassie either. But-
Yeah.
Wait.
Well,
Out of character question from Paddy's own thing.
What?
Can the hotel doors be unlocked from the inside, even without the master key?
If the person who has the room key, yes, they can be unlocked from the inside.
Yeah, so once they're locked, they're locked. They're not got like a latch thing that lets you unlock them.
It's just basically they're not like a normal lock door, in the keyhole.
So it's very old-fashioned then, essentially.
Yeah, so essentially you need their room key in order to get in.
Yeah.
Even if you come in from, say, the window, you still need the room key.
well, thanks. Well, thanks anyway. I guess I need to get something cleaned up from my room. Where did your janitor guy left?
Oh, you can see the guy just waltzing by in the direction of the museum.
That means he's going upstairs, essentially.
Ah, okay, there he is. Thanks.
Yes, please follow me for the love of Cthulhu. Stalk me, if you will.
Yes, I follow him.
Thank you.
So what are the rest of you doing then?
I was going to offer to get the offer to help get the girl, help get Kathy back into the room, but if they'd only locked from the out in with the keys, getting even if we climb up and get in from the window, I wouldn't be able to open the door.
Yeah, I don't know if I need to figure out a way how to get in there, but we need one of those master keys, really. But, that might be a bit difficult.
See, if I was playing a rogue, I would try and use dexterity to slip the key out of Roland's pocket. I'm not a rogue.
Yeah, actually, what is...
Nothing stopping you from trying if you want to do that.
Oh, you just roboted quite a bit, Danton.
Yeah, just a bit there, but you've settled down again.
Sorry about that.
Okay, so if I could technically try to do that, unless someone who else wants to have a shot at it, but I think only 2 people actually want to get in the 3 people actually want to get in the room.
Well, guys, funny you should ask, because my dexterity is my second biggest stat.
That's okay. You're going upstairs away from the whole room.
that's...
I know, but
You're not boomeranging yet.
but maybe if the need arises later on, I might, find myself in a position to be helpful for a change.
This is what we in the business call metagaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Well, this is what in the business call players strategizing, and not necessarily going to impact on the story.
Oh, see, so the party thinks it's easy to get in the room.
I'm sorry, what did you say, Danton?
I was just saying, Demonox, what are you doing?
I know. I've heard Kathy saying she wants to get in the room. I've heard Roland say he's got the master key. And for once in his life, a sparkful moment of actual intelligence has gone off inside Paddy's head. It's a rare occasion. He's probably not had enough drink yet. He goes, this goes to Kathy like, oh god, I keep losing the accent. I'm trying to do the voice.
Don't worry, you never had one to begin with.
Just carry on.
Now I heard you. I couldn't help it over here. He's speaking quietly to her. Over here, that you, lady, Missy, that you want to get in the poor lassie's room.
Wow. Yeah, she whispers back to you, going like, yes, because I think that it might be, it's good and all to try and wait for the cops, so to speak. But,
are you losing your raspy voice gradually?
I'm trying to whisper while trying to do...
It's hard to do that.
It's hard to do, it's hard to do that as a whisper. It's nice to wait for the cops, but honestly, I don't think I can trust them.
Well, I found in my own experience that cops aren't that reliable.
So, in this campaign, we all agree that cops cannot be trusted. Good. We made progress.
More the time frame. But yes. I sure would it be helpful to know if see what is in the room before we go tracing off to the woods after the poor lady.
That is a good point for you.
So Paddy's gonna head over to Rowan. He's gonna join him in a drink, as he puts it. Rowan, you mind if I have a wee tickle with you? Like that, is drinking that some light discussion, and he's going to try to slip the key out of his pocket. Okay. In a moment of stumbling in that lad, he starts walking over and goes, it's like, being a stuntman that he is, he catches his foot on his thing, so he stumbles into him. Oh, look out, boy! Oh, oof.
Yeah, so make a dexterity check, and you can use your bonus if you wish.
6.
Jeez.
Yeah. You basically, as you drop into him, you just very quickly and very expertly almost like you've done this before. Just put it in your pocket it up your sleeve, and Roman like, "Are you okay, boy?"
Oh, sorry about that. It must have been all the excitement this morning. I felt a little dizzy there for a moment. Oh, I'm not even had a drink yet. Maybe I need another drink to calm my nerves.
Yeah, you look to need it, mate. And just basically starts pouring you some whiskey.
Oh, you're too kind there, boy. You're too kind there. Here's to hoping the young lady's all right.
Yeah, he just says, "Slancha."
Slancha. Chink glass
And
and
you both drink after chinking glasses.
I think I'll go sit down now.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Thanks for the drink, though. Thank you very much now.
You're very welcome, Mr. Paddy.
I'll go to the cafe and sit next to her, and then I'll put on "Don't worry, lass. I'm sure we'll all figure out what's happening" as they slip the key out from her sleeve.
I just had this mental picture of Paddy accidentally founding the Paddy's bar that we see in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It becomes a strange continuity.
Oh wow, that continuity. Okay, so anyway, Kathleen goes like, "Wow, you must have reflexes like a cat."
Well, it helps.
A very drunken cat.
Well, in my line of work, it helps to be quick on your feet.
That means we could probably get into the room upstairs. And she looks over to Veneficus and goes like, "Yo, magician, you want to come with us to investigate the room or keep a lookout? Use your bullshit career to distract people who come upstairs?"
I think I was saying a magic trick. Xenifus, the bullshickery.
Okay, who's moving out in the background?
I don't know.
No, it's not me.
That might have been me because I am thinking what he actually would do.
Well, Madhog and Matty went to the museum. The other two
Yes.
are going to...
Okay, I am dreading to ask now. What is this? What's up with this museum? What's in this museum? Is it a wax museum? Is it the museum of famous mustache?
And as I've told you, we'll get
You'll
to
find
that.
out.
Oh no! Oh no! No! No!
But
No! No!
right now, Icepal, what are you doing?
Tobias pushes away his empty plate of porridge and say, "Well, I think first of all, I don't think we have been properly introduced. Fenificus is my stage name," and he offers his as Tobias Brown when out of the costume.
No! You killed the magic! It is ruined!
Yep.
She accepts her hand and shakes it, goes like, "Kathleen Doyle, you might have heard of me. I'm very famous around these parts."
Unfortunately for you, ma'am, I haven't been around these parts for that long, so I'm afraid not.
Okay, but maybe you need a bit more culture, but that's okay.
Oh my gosh!
What
What is going on? Did we hit commercial?
No, that would be my fiance calling me because she needs me to move something.
So that's
It's like in the middle of the
commercial.
night.
Yeah, she's playing the game right now, so
Well, take a short video break.
Not now,
After
fiance.
these
I'm playing with
anyway,
the boy.
yeah. So you're about to say something, Icy pal.
What does
This is the rhythm of the night.
does Paddy accept this handshake?
Yes, Paddy. It's like Paddy. He shakes it very vigorously. Well, nice to meet. What did you say your name was again?
Tobias Brown.
Well then, Toby. Nice to meet you too.
No, it's Tobias, not Toby. Tobias.
That's what I said. That's what I said, Toby.
He thinks about how he calls Tuomas Toby as well and says, well, that might get confusing
Toby.
quickly.
Not really. That's why would that be? That's Toy Boy. You're Tubby. Easiest way to remember.
I will take
Please.
it.
Anyway, we should. Anyway,
And what this is about going to the crime scene?
yes, well, I'm going to investigate the room, see if I can find anything before the cops do. Can't trust them, after all.
Ooh, scandalous.
He looks slightly worried. Are you sure that is a good idea when and it's not just going to mess up the crime scene?
Oh, believe me, I've learned about crime investigating. It's all written here in my book.
Yes, I played a stuntman of an investigator in a stage play or something.
Well, that was my job.
Yeah, well, Phineas just basically goes like, well, if we're going to do it, let's do it now while everyone's busy.
Yes. But anyway, you're good at misdirection and all that bullshit. Yeah. So you can probably just distract somebody, loudly, so we know who's coming.
Hey, look! Distraction! Oh, fair enough.
Since I've been here for some time, the two guard officers that I guess they are the only police force in town that we saw last night.
From what you know, they patrol around here and come around every evening.
But they are the only ones here that there is no large.
The only ones.
They're the only ones you've seen.
They're the only ones you've seen. You haven't seen like many others. You've just seen them two come in and then they go out when they figured that there's nothing going on.
From my interactions with them, how reliable I'd say they are? Are they?
I'll be
good at
right
their
back,
jobs?
guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I would say basically, from your interactions, you're not sure because you've not really interacted with them long and you've not seen them, do their work, essentially. You just see them come in, have a few drinks, and then leave.
So you have a hard time seeing them as actually serious cops. More like they've gotten very used to the quiet.
Well, it makes sense. This is the time period of the Keystone Cops, so nobody takes cops seriously at that point in time.
And they also don't mind beating the living crap out of people.
Well, that has not changed all throughout the years.
Yeah, but worse
Has
at
it?
that point.
As far as you know, I'm pretty sure it's about as bad in some
Anyway,
parts of the
carry on,
world.
Isaac, pal. Or should we go back to you?
You people do realize you are putting me in kind of a spot. I work here, and
You
if,
are a magician! It's your job to be in the spotlight.
not when it is possible for me to get fired, because I'm going behind my employer's back.
Well, that's not. It's not really, to be honest. After all, like you just said, I just said, you work here. Nothing to say you can't go upstairs every now and again, or take a few moments in the corridor on your own.
But Mr. and Mrs. Boyle won't be happy if they see me or anyone waltzing around the crime scene in their hotel. Oh, you're even supposed to get in. The door is locked and we don't have.
I've literally flipped him. I've got. You mean this here key in my hand?
Wow, who's the real prestidigitator?
Oh my good lord! What is happening?
Well, this morning we found a lot of blood in the room, I see, and we then came down for breakfast, and you've been eating quite happily.
It was a rhetorical question.
Why did you ask me what we were doing this morning?
Fine. But let's try not to make a mess of things and not touch anything, at least.
Phineas goes like, "Don't worry, I'm gonna make sure that everything's fine."
Are you an investigator? He says, turning towards him.
Yes, he just says, just with a nod.
Can I... What is the insight check of this system? Is he actually some kind of a private investigator or something?
Use intelligence to try it, because you're trying to piece something together, essentially.
Damn it. It is... Well, 79, I have no idea.
79.
Unfortunately, it's a bit of a thing, isn't it? He was going, right, 79, we've got it! Aha!
My
Nope,
intelligence
that's
is 60.
Yeah, you don't know. You just have to take it at face value what he's telling you.
But he seems rather serious about it.
He seems serious, yeah.
And he isn't saying that he's an actress who's played an actress.
I love the idea. I love the idea that the magician is getting bamboozled for a change.
Fine. If we are going to do this, let's do it quickly and quietly.
Right,
Yes, the spirit's now to be we.
So the three of you, along with Phineas, go upstairs, and now we'll go with
We're carrying
Umlaut.
Catherine. We're carrying her. She's not here right now.
And Umlaut, you notice that Tuomas is following you right now,
Uh-huh.
and you're just outside the museum.
Right, you can see my pirate hat, I assume.
Yes.
Excuse me, umlaut was it?
He winces visibly for a second and then slowly turns to see you. You can hear the creaking sound of an opening door as he does so. Exactly.
Oh, sorry, are you busy or should I come later?
He
I'd like-
rolls his eyes and motions you to follow him. He's going to listen to you while he works.
Alright. So,
He's going to do his tasks in the museum room.
yeah, I follow you.
Yeah.
So what kind of museum is it?
Okay, please tell me. Tell me what kind of museum this is.
Okay, I
Please.
came back at a good time.
Good, we're carrying you upstairs.
Yeah. So as you walk in, you're greeted by the sight of a room full of dolls. Some are
Oh
antiques,
no!
others are
Oh,
made
no.
of wood.
Oh, no.
Are we talking creepy porcelain dolls?
Wooden dolls.
There are antique dolls, porcelain dolls. Some are made of wood. Some are just puppets on strings hanging from shelves and walls and the ceiling. Most of the dolls
No.
are behind glass cases right now. They display what seems to be historical and mythological events.
Wait! Do I find the doll body from my character in the Monster Girl campaign as a cameo?
Make
No.
Make an intelligence. Well, make an insight. Well, use your dexterity or intelligence to look around.
Dexterity to look around, really? Do my eyes perform a pirouette or something?
I mean, considering that your neck creaks every time you turn your head, your dexterity must be shitty.
Well,
Actually, my dexterity is my second best feature.
It's my best feature.
Wow, okay. Well, my
Yeah.
dexterity is 70, and I rolled a 70.
okay.
Six.
Well,
Do I?
Is that a success or failure in this system?
you see basically a bunch of dolls that fit the motif of the Irish history, but there are a few that don't. You've got like someone that's entitled the Golden Heart Puppet, and you've got another one that says chemist, and then another one is and another one is just Miranda.
So you're referencing both that campaign and Energy Core of Power. I see.
I see.
That's nice. That's
That's
real
fun.
nice of you. That's real nice of you indeed. So I have to tell you,
Is
guys.
there Chucky?
Probably not. Some years ago, I visited Sicily. I believe there was a museum of old-fashioned marionettes, and it was one of the creepiest experiences in my life. So I know exactly
Yes, so
what to
freaky.
picture. I know exactly what to picture as I enter this museum, especially when you mentioned the puppets hanging from the ceiling.
Just remember they're inanimate objects.
Well, this is a Call of Cthulhu style campaign, so who knows for how long this will be inanimated.
So I'm just picturing like going along, getting these ladder and that lot. It's like turn around and nothing happens. Like, huh? I'm just like the dolls just like turn their heads slowly, watching him.
Yikes.
Yes, what are you two doing now?
So
Yeah,
he's going to try and fix the lights while Matti can try to ask him whatever he wants to ask. He's going to try and answer at the best of his abilities. Or at the best of his communication abilities.
So sign language.
Fascinating place. Has this always been here since the beginning of Hotel?
He
Can be
shrugs.
If it's not a, this may be quite a personal question, but and I look at this neck. Was it a war wound?
What are you talking about?
I was looking at his scarf that covers his throat.
Actually, it's covering half of his face from
And
the
yeah.
nose down.
Wait, so it doesn't cover throat at all?
No,
Oh, okay.
no,
never
no.
mind.
The coat is covering the throat, as you can see from the picture.
Oh, well, I take that back and ask instead, if it's not too personal, are you silent by choice or...
He nods.
Okay. Well, yeah. I guess as an someone who not many people take that much notice on, you have seen some stuff. I was curious because have you noticed this kind of an people who are wearing red capes, or I heard some kind of have been walking around here and with that whole murder thing, it looks very suspicious. Have you seen anything like that?
He seems to be in thought for a second. GM! Hey, GM, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, has he seen or heard anything of the sort? I'm going to assume he has.
You've probably read from papers that there have been like sightings of suspicious people wearing red.
But have I seen any?
Not.
By chance?
How about I don't know where to take the story.
Do I
me
roll?
luck.
Oh,
Roll
do you
me
want
luck.
you want me to roll luck? Do you?
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Luck check.
I don't know where to take the story, so why don't we just leave it up to the luck of the Irish?
Good. My luck is great. I rolled a 12.
Oh, that's pass.
Oh wow, that's just free below. So
Yes, I know. That's great.
yeah, so you might have
Wait,
seen.
does that wait? Isn't it unlucky if I saw them though?
You don't know.
You don't know. Just don't let anyone else find out you saw them.
Well, you've noticed at one point, basically at the edge of the forest, at some point while you were gardening, that you could have sworn you saw some red-cloaked individuals in the forest.
He shakes his head as if to say no. He ain't seen nothing. And the reason why he does that because he doesn't know this person. He doesn't know anything about him. For all he knows, he might just be out to get him. Or he might be the murderer. Or he might be in cahoots with whatever was happening that day. So he has no reason to trust him yet.
Madhog is very sus.
He's very sus.
Yes.
Very,
yes.
very suspicious, right?
Oh,
That's what that means, right?
Yes.
Very suspicious indeed, yes. Actually, no, he's... No, the opposite of that. He's suspicious of someone else.
And
Oh,
that
he's
makes
us.
you seem suspicious.
Yes, us.
So,
Marty,
Okay, have we said this, that English is a terrible language?
Yes.
Are
guys,
you
can we carry on?
Yeah.
Yes.
Go for it, Matty.
are you sure? Because and while I say this from my pocket, I take from my wallet £1 note, which said today money would be £60, and I roll it cautiously because there is a value in information, if you know what I mean.
Okay, he stops doing whatever it is he's doing. He slowly walks towards you. He slaps the wallet out of your hand and grabs you by the collar.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, maybe we started on a little wrong foot. I'm Tuomas Vuorensolo. I think we didn't really formally introduce, but
Well, I give him my greeting card, which I guess it's a scribbled note. He's calming down, by the way, just so you know. The note says his complete name.
okay, interesting.
You might as well give it out. It's a fake name, after all.
Spoilers.
Yes, spoilers, guys!
Well,
Stefaniel Umlaut, what's his face, is not a real name.
well, I guess umlaut will do for now. You can. Okay, I guess you don't. But okay, how do I? I guess you are not that keen into bribery attempts.
Well, is going to pull down his scarf slowly to reveal his face, and he's going to speak. I know nothing.
Oh no!
I wondered how long it's going to take you to do
Yeah, well, it took about a session and a half, but it's just the perfect opportunity I was waiting.
Matti, roll sanity check.
No. He's only acting like Manuel.
He's going to put up his scarf and resume his work after that.
Well,
Which is changing the lights, for what I understand.
Yeah, you're fixing lights because they were flickering, apparently.
I just leave you to your work, but if you ever do know everything worth of interest about these cavemen or anything else, I'm
Did
I'm
you
at the
just
room
say
A.
caveman?
Cave.
Man.
Cavemen.
I thought you said caveman.
No, there's no cavemen available yet.
I
This would
can
be a very different campaign.
Honestly, I heard cavemen too.
So did I.
Okay, but if you ever do have acquire any information about these red cape men, like my room is number 8. I'm always open when my offer for price is also open. Have a nice day. And I leave.
Before you do, both of you, make a spot hidden check.
Oh gosh.
Uh-oh.
What do I roll for that?
You either dexterity or intelligence. Your
Oh,
choice.
that definitely dexterity then.
Next
Wait, how come my education is 80 and my intelligence is 60? How does that work?
It's because your education is basically what you've learned from your specialized subject, and it's what you can remember from it. While intelligence is about basically solving things and putting things together.
How will you do
Wouldn't
mental
that-
stuff?
Wouldn't that be wisdom, though?
There is no such stat in this system.
I
Yeah.
understand. I see
Wisdom
that,
is
but-
life experience.
Yeah,
So I rolled 4 with my
Ooh.
dexterity.
that's
Nice.
really good. Madhog?
Ooh, 68. by 8 points.
You both notice that you see the dolls.
Actually, I failed.
All right. Well.
No, wait.
No, you got
Dexterity.
70, dude.
Right. Sorry.
So you passed by 2 points.
By 2 points.
I confused myself with that. Anyway.
So you both succeeded. So you
We
both
save you.
notice that the dolls appear to be staring at you.
Of course they are! Of course they are! Why wouldn't they?
I said it was a joke, but...
Just creepy dolls being creepy. Uh-oh, they're following us with their creepy little beady eyes.
Matty, you also noticed that one of them stood up, that they weren't before. They were sat down. And they got
the second we enter the creepy doll museum, the second we do that, of course this was going to happen.
I need you both to make sanity checks now, because you just hear children laughing.
Run! Get off
That's
it!
what I used to roll.
I hate this. I hate
Willpower.
this so much.
You use willpower to.
Power.
Roll power.
Power.
Roll power, I guess.
Yep, roll against your power stat, so...
93.
You know, if I knew that power was going to be used for these sorts of rolls, I would have put it at a higher grade.
Yeah, same.
93.
Okay, so you both failed.
Now this is a moment for you two to start rolling like me.
Yeah, run.
Both of you take 10 damage in your sanity.
Okay, well, it's not that bad, actually, all things considered. Could have gone much worse.
I don't think you get that stuff back.
Can
No,
we...
you don't get that stuff back.
Yes, but this is not a long campaign, so it balances. I guess it balances itself out.
Yeah, but again, this is just like dolls, looking creepy and one stood up. It's a slight sanity hit.
Yeah, well, that
there's
children,
worse to come.
We would
children
have
crying as well.
Again, we would have to feel the sanity check every time.
Did we see the doll just up, or did we see it actually raise up?
You only just saw it just as you just saw it stood up, and you think to yourself, that was sat down originally.
Okay, well, I am reasonably freaked out. What about you?
Yeah, I back next to wall, or...
Yeah, I am going to slowly back away while trying to reach the exit.
Suddenly the door closes. It slams shut.
Why
Okay.
wouldn't it? Of course, that's what doors are meant to do. Close the door, open the door. In this case, the door closes. On many levels.
And you just hear the constant giggling of children.
Do the rest of us, especially since we are coming up the stairs, I
Good
guess,
point,
at
we
this
are
point,
also...
do we hear the door slam?
Well, here's the thing. We're going to go back with the other three. So you three are just walking up the stairs. You see the doors open. You hear Umlaut and Tumas are talking in that room. But
Wait, you hear Umlaut too talking?
Well, we just probably just hear two of
Well,
us
you just
talking.
hear basically Tumas talking is what I mean to say.
Yeah, we heard that bit.
Yes.
I noticed the door being open and say, I haven't actually never got the chance to see the museum. It is a new addition to the hotel, and Miss Boyle has been very secretive about it.
Save it for after the investigation.
Hey, we don't want to miss our opportunity out, do we?
Well, there will be time later.
Yes.
So,
You two.
we're just gonna leave them high and dry.
I mean, we don't see anything weird.
Yeah, it's a little moment, so...
Everything's fine.
You saw nothing, you know nothing.
Yeah, not this time, because, this is before the
happened.
door closes on you.
Yeah,
Actually,
Again, that's on many levels. The door closes on us.
Actually, if you would just wait for a moment, and Tobias is quickly going to walk into the third floor and go to his room and just get his stuff and quickly come back down
Okay.
from the male employee's bedroom.
Yeah, so Tobias basically goes upstairs, and the three of you with Phineas. Well, the two of you with Phineas are left alone for a bit.
I'm going to unlock the door.
Yeah.
Because looking at
Okay.
if I'm looking at the blueprint, looking at the room thingy, and then I'm going to pull it back up again because high on the chat.
It's literally right to the left of the stairs that Icy Pal went up.
Yeah, I'm gone maybe for a minute.
About a minute or so, he'll be gone for. So.
Yeah, so we're all still in range of the museum, though. We're not like on the
Yeah.
other side of the room.
Yeah.
Yep.
So while you're opening the door, you see Kathleen Doyle reaches inside her inside pocket and brings out a pair of gloves, which Paddy would know would be what she has called her writing gloves.
Does Paddy remember, though?
That's a good point.
I don't actually remember seeing these gloves being on. I mean, I've seen her wearing a lot of things, but I don't think I've actually seen her wear the writing gloves.
No,
Yeah.
they're not. Yeah, the writing gloves. I said.
Phineas is doing something similar. He's getting out a handkerchief and he's just like picking up items and just looking at them, putting them back where he found them.
Yeah. So
Paddy has gone to the window to have a better look at the in and out of it, see if anything climbed in or out at the window ledge.
I'm just going to generally look around it, investigate, essentially.
Right, so both of you make investigation checks using intelligence.
Intelligence.
Okay, intelligence.
Okay. Oh, dang. I need to be 60. I need to make under 60, so
That's good. I need to make under 50.
let's see.
Nope, A1. I failed.
You can't really basically extrapolate more than you already have done before when you looked into this room before and outside.
That'll be 59 from me.
59. So
That's just one underneath 60.
Ooh, that's just a
yeah.
pass.
So
That's
that's
a
just
success.
you succeeded. So you.
I
what are
like
you
stuff
looking-
now.
So
How the hell did they get in here?
What are you looking for exactly?
Anything suspicious, and I'm interested in seeing about that book as well.
Okay, well, the fact that basically the room's been slashed by what looks like a rake basically is odd in itself, because you can't see like any implements in this room, and the fact that basically that only one bang was heard is also a bit odd. Because also the bedside table is also knocked over as well as the wardrobe.
So it would have been more than one bang.
Yeah.
How good is the soundproofing of these rooms? How far does the sound actually carry?
It will probably at least carry to at least basically to the next room along.
And
Yeah.
it was Teresa who was in the room next door.
Yeah, Teresa was in the room next door.
And she said she only heard one bang.
Yeah, so, but the book, as you basically pick it up, you see it is The Tempest by William Shakespeare.
Aha!
Tempest.
Classic.
Yes.
As you begin,
One of his
No.
most underrated plays.
you curiously find that one page has been folded in on itself, as if to mark it. The page itself mentions a character called Ariel, a fairy who was imprisoned within a cloven pine tree by a witch. It's then a human who mastered the dark arts, named Prospero, freed Ariel, only to then be forced into his service by the debt of their freedom. The curious thing about it is 3 words have been underlined in black ink within cloven pine.
Let me write that down.
I'm just looking musically out the window.
Let's see. What were the words again? Pine.
Within cloven pine.
Within cloven pine. Are they together or are they separate from each other?
They seem to be separate from each other.
So
So
they've been underlined, so someone marked them as important.
yeah. So within cloven pine.
It could be that they are meant to be taken together. Also,
Yeah.
But by the way, Tobias is now back.
Ah, right, good.
Oh, good.
Do I? Yes. I quickly take a look around that no one is watching us and step into the room to take a look as well.
So you're going to investigate as well.
Yes.
What you're looking for exactly?
If I see anything that shouldn't be in this room, or if I see, well, basically, if I see anything that shouldn't be in this room, since I should, or if there's something that looks like it was being, or if I find something hidden.
Okay, well, make an investigation check using intelligence. But I also want you to use your bonus for occultic.
Okay, I roll again 70, and I rolled a 4.
Oh!
Nicely done.
You notice basically almost immediately that there seems to be something like energy seeping out from underneath the bed, like magical energy. Something is hidden underneath the bed.
You have the third eye.
What? Well, what do we have here? I look closer. Was it behind the bed or under the bed?
It is
Under
under
the
the
bed.
bed.
I carefully bend down and look under the bed to try to find the source of this energy. What I'm seeing.
You see what looks like a small item. It's glowing with magic.
Ooh. What does it look like?
And can you equip it?
It looks like a small like box right now.
I pull it out and open it. If I can.
Yes, you can.
What? What was that?
I said yes, you can.
Sorry, you sounded
You went
at the beginning.
Yeah, the internet seems to be a bit balked on my end right now tonight. But anyway, you pull out the box, and as you open it, you see this mirror, but the glass in is weird because it's red.
A red mirror?
Someone has mixed iron into the glass. Interesting choice.
Okay.
Is the magical energy coming from the mirror?
Yes, it is.
I pick it from the box and take a closer look. Is there anything distinctive on it? Can I tell anything more of the magical feeling it is giving me?
You can. I'm going to take it from your role previously with the occult. Is that it appears to have runes of magic around the rim, and you notice also that it seems to be showing in it, not the room exactly as it is.
Do I recognize if the runes are Celtic or Nordic or?
The runes would be Old Gaelic.
Uh-huh. Which is not something that I can read, I'm pretty sure.
You recognize it's Old Gaelic, but you're not sure how to read them because it's not your field.
Madhog. Wait, would folklorists know about Gaelic?
Folklore was no thing, but reading Gaelic's a very, very special subject.
Yeah, Old
You'd
Gaelic.
need a librarian, though, could research and look it up.
Oh yeah, the librarian.
Old Gaelic isn't exactly easy to translate to modern languages.
No, they were very, very, very odd.
What did you find then?
A hidden box with a strange mirror. Any chance anyone here speaks ancient Gaelic?
Phineas looks really confused as you say that. Like,
I
what?
just go like, no way, would I speak Gaelic?
I can't even speak drunk. Never mind Gaelic.
Oh, Gaelic, not Gaelic. That makes more sense now. I'm wondering, why would you want to speak Gaelic? Your breakfast bell.
It's then at this point, the three of you start hearing giggling children.
Oh no.
Do
Make
I?
sanity checks.
God,
no.
Madhog, you and the damn.
Well, no, Elston is my... That's not my fault. Blame the GM, not me.
41.
What?
41.
41. That's a success.
Ooh, 59
That's also a success.
by 1 point.
Ow.
What happened?
Ni- 91.
That's a fail. You take 10 sanity damage.
Ow.
Yeah, but I think if we get later on, it gets much heavier sanity impacts. We need as many points we can get.
It's at
Yeah.
this point you also hear the door slam basically very loudly.
Yeah, what's in the living with that?
Oh dear.
Okay. Okay,
Do I see anything in the room? Can I pinpoint where the laughter is coming from?
Not in this room. It's if it is, it's not magical.
Okay.
Wait a moment, there are a few things still. Did the door slam shut? Did the window slam shut as well?
No.
It's not the door to the room that you're in. You heard the museum door slamming shut across the way.
That's why I was about to ask. Which door?
Oh, well, right before we heard the door slamming sound, Tobias is going to lift the mirror up and turn around in 360-degree angle to see the whole room from the point of the mirror. Does it? Since it apparently shows things slightly differently, does it show me anything interesting?
Are you pointing it towards the bedroom or you point it towards the museum door?
The bedroom. I'm like lifting it up and letting it get as a good view of the room.
Doing this is essentially doing a lighthouse.
Yes, and turning around to
As
see
you're-
the whole room.
As you're doing that, you see what looks to be like children basically surrounding you.
Oh.
Please tell. I turn to everyone. Please tell me I'm not the only one who sees this.
Sees what?
I point at the
What you-
mirror.
What are you looking at now?
Do you see anything in the mirror?
Oh, do we?
Yes, you do. You also see the gaunt faces of small children just staring at you and laughing.
Oh gosh.
Was the hotel built on top of a children's cemetery or something?
No. Probably not. I don't know. It's like, well, what is the bleeding be going on there? Wait, where did all the ones come from?
Wait a second, is it changelings? Sorry, I'm going to slam my hand on the table. Changelings!
I turn. Do all of these gaunt-looking spectral children? Do they all look the same, or is there someone who stands out of the crowd?
They seem to be, from the way they look right now, they're asked that there might be some copies, you're not sure, but they don't seem to have a very special one. They just seem to be around the same sort of appearance-wise.
So
Okay.
these are
Yeah.
the projections. But yes, we have now got a slam door to deal with.
Yeah, we have to slam door to deal
I
with.
shove the mirror into my coat pocket and put the box back under the bed.
I put the book back where I found it because I've already noted down what I need to know about it.
And as I'm heading for the door, I'm just going, show you the last cards. Put away now.
Yeah.
I can't see him, but I'm just putting my hand in the air for like, go away.
Phineas shuts the door behind him as soon as they leave. And he then runs over to the museum door and goes like, "Hey, you alright in there?"
Let us in, let us in, let us out, let us out.
Was that in character, Madhog?
No,
Probably.
it wasn't.
So I'm just thinking of Clue now.
There's a young
Let us
lady
in, let us in.
inside.
So Tuomas and Umlaut, you hear basically shouting now from the other side, like asking if you're alright, as the laughter continues.
Well, let's see if I can Buster Keaton my way out of this room.
Well,
you-
Tuomas yells, "Could you open this door, please?"
You sound very calm for someone in a situation.
You
I
open the door
mean,
now,
for-
please.
I mean, he sounds very panicked for a Finnish.
I just finished panic, damn it.
All right, so Umlaut is going to take Tuomas aside and trying to kick the doors down.
You actually know how hard that is.
I
Make a
try to-
Well, he's
well,
going to try anyway.
I'm going to say make a strength check.
Oh goody, my other second worst. This should be good. Aha! 46! Aha!
Well, let's see. So yeah, you're 50. So you basically put your foot right through the door, and it just passes Tobias's head as he's trying to open the door at the other side.
Whoa, okay. Okay. I thought this was going to be more difficult, but...
Well, I think it's more you put a hole into the door with your foot.
Not so much opened it, you just put
And
holes.
now your foot's stuck in the door.
I try to open the door from the door handle.
Okay, well, I said...
I say, is the door locked?
You know, 2 seconds ago I said, let's see if I can Buster Keaton my way out of this. Here we are.
You didn't Buster Keaton your way out of this. You Buster
but
Keaton
I'm-
your way into this.
Yes, well, I'm in the process of Buster Keatoning my way into something, all right.
Tuomas tries to take Umlaut's foot out of the door.
So is the door locked when I try to open it?
The door feels like it's locked to you.
I have the master key.
Yes, please.
See the master key works.
It just like holds key like it's all like unlock.
As you try to put the key in, it's almost like something's forcing it out of your hand.
What the?
What is wrong with you? And she tries to help. And she tries to help Paddy with the key.
Get it in there.
Can I attempt to remove the shoe that I'm wearing in an attempt
Yeah,
to...
I was saying that
Tuomas,
Tuomas tries to remove Umlaut's feet from the door.
Tuomas and Umlaut make strength checks together.
Hey, rub it off.
Together.
Yeah, it's my work.
Together. Okay, please tell... What did you roll? Please tell me what did you roll first.
19.
Okay, I rolled 89. So you succeed and I failed. What does this look like?
A comedy of errors.
Well, basically, as Umlaut is struggling to get his foot out of his boot, Tuomas basically goes, grabs you by your...
No, wait, better idea. He unties the shoe.
With strength.
He said he was pulling you from the door, so that's what I'm doing.
I know, it's funnier though.
He basically puts his arms around your midsection, and then he just heaves you in one strong pull, and you just basically come flying out of your boot.
Because of grabbing my toe, I shall now take you to Suplex City.
Then Tuomas looks around to see if he can figure out the source of the laughter.
He's going to try and combat this menace with the only weapon at his disposal, a spoon!
Meanwhile, outside with Paddy and Kathleen are fighting probably the kids who are trying to stop us from putting the key in.
Well, while I describe this next thing, you and Bivar make strength checks.
All right.
Get in there.
This is a
key in.
Okay, will this poltergeist bullpucky ever come to an end?
Okay, strength. That's
So,
very good.
Tuomas, as you're trying to gather where the sound is coming from, it doesn't seem to come from anywhere particular. It just seems to come from all around the room.
But nothing in the room moves.
No, except for just the dolls just staring at you constantly with their heads just turning every time you move. That's all that's moving.
Is
Yes, you're
there some kind of mechanical thing?
Do I see anything weird about the door? With my eyes.
There's nothing magical about the door being locked.
Actually, I'm going to pull out the mirror and see what does the door look like from its reflection.
Ooh, nice.
I'm mirroring
Nice
everything
idea.
now.
Okay, well, you see what looks like a bunch of like grown-up spirits are like holding the key away from the lock.
Oh, great!
Wow.
It's
Adults
like
and
a
kids.
wall of people, essentially.
Is there
like-
any? Do they have anything that would help me? Well, distinguish anything from them? Faces, clothing, anything like that?
It's very old clothing, probably from pre-Victorian.
Oof, that is old.
In that case, I'm going to keep holding the mirror in one hand and take my cane and see if I can swap the ghosts that are holding the key away.
I made a 10, by the way, on my strength check, like you asked me to.
Okay.
Yeah, I made a 16, surprisingly.
Muscle power!
Do I
What were
do
you,
I roll
what were you doing?
something? Do I roll something to try to exercise
What are you using to exercise them with?
Magic.
my cane? Seeing if I can if I can affect them now that I can actually, since I can in a way see them, and if they react to it in any way.
I'm going to say use your willpower.
Ooh.
It is mystical and magical, so
I like to say, as you're doing that with the cane, I'm gonna have Kathleen Doyle go like, "Stop using your bullshickery magic and help us out, will you?"
it's like, get out of the oh, these devils are strong. It's like, I was picturing the ghost like going, push back, oh god, these men are strong. Mick, John, get in here, help.
You're already on the first name basis.
So what did you roll?
83.
83.
Whoa.
So that's over.
Yeah, I failed.
Yeah, so as you try to use your cane with the mirror, it doesn't seem like if it is having effect, it's not noticeable. And you've also used up at least one magic point
Huh.
You have
because
magic
you tried to
points,
use
eh?
magic.
Okay, so
Well, he's a wizard.
So remember, guys, that there's a hole in the door.
remember we're supposed to play regular humans in this campaign
Hey, I am a regular human.
Yeah,
He's just
with magic points.
he's a magician.
he's a magician. Probably not any offensive spells, most likely. Probably just support.
Yeah, so
You mean Danton didn't tell you about how much magic points you have?
No.
no,
I don't have any.
because they didn't tell me that they had magic, so it wasn't.
Because
in
we
my
didn't
vision.
expect to be playing a character with magic in this Call of Cthulhu campaign based on previous experience.
I was trying to be coy.
So anyway, let's carry on.
Yes, we're pushing hard to get this key in.
So you seem to push very hard, and you're both like trying with all of your might to push whatever
With all your might.
with whatever force. that's-
Well, Thomas just tries to say, well, you've got your laughter. Just show up and let's talk this out.
and then suddenly the laughter stops, and then the key goes into the lock.
Ha! We beat the wee little devils. Hee.
Do I see anything in the mirror anymore?
They just seem to all basically float down into the floor.
Oh, okay. So we need some holy water and a mop.
Yeah. So after that, Kathleen Doyle was like, give me a few minutes. Oh no.
Hey, we beat the wee little devils. Ha ha!
You notice that she gets another cigarette out, lights it really quickly, and just goes, "Oh God, I need that."
And
I pushed the door open triumphantly.
and all the puppets in the room go back to their previous positions, as if it never happened.
Do I see them shift to their previous positions?
Yes, you did. They did it very quickly, almost hard to. It was, if you weren't looking basically hard,
You
enough,
wouldn't have noticed.
you wouldn't have noticed. Because you were in the room looking at them, they just went like.
It's like you see on those
Almost
those cartoons where they snap back to normal. It's like just snap back to the way they were before.
All right, so we are free to exit the Museum of Horrors, are we?
Yes,
Yes.
the door
And
is now
just standing
open.
there triumphantly going,
Right.
And
Right.
you see Malachi basically runs up and goes like, "What's all this racket?"
you wouldn't believe me, boy, if I told you.
Oh gosh.
I
Ah.
guess I had a war flashback? Question mark.
Mr. Malakite, while Umlaut and Mr.
Thomas.
Tell you, boy, you in there. You got stuck in there.
Tuomas.
Yes. Mr. Vuorensola were in the museum. It seems that the door got stuck. And, well, it took a lot of effort to actually get this old bastard open again.
He just looks at the door and goes like, "What the hell happened?
Everyone
Who
tends
did
to
this?"
everyone turns to look at Umlaut and Tuomas.
Umlaut looks behind him to see somebody.
I tried to open the door with force. I guess I was too strong. I can pay for it.
Okay. Well, Umlaut looks at you weirdly for a second and then just goes along with it.
He just looks at you, Tuomas, and goes like, "You did this?"
Yes. Sorry about this. I guess I panicked when it didn't open. But I can cover for it.
He just says under his breath, "Bloody foreigners." And then he goes like, "First I see you upstairs on the 3rd floor telling someone not to cry, and now you're here basically breaking doors apart."
What?
That did not happen.
Who has been
Whatever
crying?
it-
I was going to say, even if I was just looking confused, like, tell you, boy, what are you doing on the 3rd floor? And how the devil did you get up there when you were inside the museum?
I was just in the 3rd floor and I heard nothing.
I mean, I'm talking about last night.
Tell you, boy, what are you doing on the 3rd floor when you're supposed to be sleeping?
I was sleeping the whole night. I don't know what you're talking about.
He gives you basically that sort of like, really sort of look.
Really?
Are you telling me that you were sleepwalking?
Oh, wait, he's giving him the I don't trust this guy look. I don't trust this guy.
I don't trust this foreigner.
I don't trust this foreigner.
In this case of I swear I saw you. How could you? And you're using a very bad excuse. It's like, oh, but he's next to my room. Would I have heard him? Actually no. Would Paddy have heard him leave his room because he's next door? I think he's next door. I know the other all the free player characters are us free. The guest characters will all sat next to each other.
Yeah, Paddy, you're in the center between me and Tuomas.
So if their doors open the other side, would I hear them?
Give me a look roll, because I'm not sure where to take the story, because of what
Where
you're
to
asking.
take the story right now? Let's find out.
Try the Irish look.
55.
That's a success for you, sir. Yes, you did hear basically a door slam from Tuomas's room next door.
It's this very thing, though, Tommy boy. I did hear you leave your room last night. I was sat there thinking to myself, I could do a wee night cap drink after the 3rd one. And then all of a sudden, I heard the door on your side. I can't remember if you're left or right of me.
Really?
It's actually left or the right of me.
He's at the right of you.
I heard the door slam on the right side, and I thought, oh, what's the deal? The devil is dead this time of night, and they're not offering me a drink.
I guess I have to believe I sleepwalk after all. I maybe have to see a doctor about that.
Since I sleep in the 3rd floor, did I hear anything last night?
Try your luck.
You're pulled up.
44, success.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, you would have bumped into Malachi last night, who was also looking basically at a Tuomas, who was at the end of the corridor with the attic door above, and he was basically like holding the book up to the attic door and going, "Don't cry, don't cry," constantly.
Now that I remember, Mr. Vuorensalo, I saw you up on the third floor last night, right below the door to the attic. You were holding a book and muttering something about not crying.
Oh, this is the wait. Who went up to the third attic? Yes, last session. Who went up to the third floor? Before I started screaming, "Don't go near the attic."
Tuomas, he went there.
Well,
And
that would
you-
explain the book you found.
Yeah, the
'cause he
Bible
left
from.
it there himself.
Yes, because you went looking for your book, saying where the book went, and you went upstairs looking for it. You left it there.
What did I and Malachi do afterwards? Because why didn't we just, go talk to him at that time?
Well, Malachi did, but then he just stopped and dropped the book, and he just left without saying a word.
And afterwards, you just dropped the book and left without saying a word. It was very weird.
I guess it was sleepwalking then, because I don't remember anything like that.
Again, it's-
Intelligence check to see if he's lying.
Yeah, and just out of curiosity, was the books that are inside the all the hotel rooms?
If it's the Bible, then yes, it is. They're all in all the drawers.
Okay, I don't know
Five.
what book it was. Oh, good job. Oh,
So what were you looking for again?
If Tuomas was lying,
He seems to be telling the truth to you.
he has no memory.
He had no memory of the experience.
Well, luckily there's a doctor in this hotel.
Mm.
Malachi just goes to you, Tuomas. Expect this to be on your bill for repairs.
Yeah.
And he just leaves.
Oh gosh, this has been. I've never felt my heart race in such a long time.
Yeah.
there are a lot of weird things happening.
You got that right now. I've still got to find the wee lady.
Actually,
Anyway,
before
what book are you talking about? What book are you talking about anyway? Holding a book at the roof.
The Bible. I noticed this morning that it was missing from the drawer.
Well, who would want to point a book at someone called the Bible and not cry on it? It's a very sad book, you know.
yes, we all know how sad the book is. We all know the Bible is a very sad story about a man and his donkey friend.
I guess you didn't read it all the way through. Because
No, I never could stand going into the church stuff. Also, really, I had way more fun things to do.
okay.
Yeah, Phineas just goes, interesting, within Cloven Pine, and that mirror.
But you missed out all the character development that God gets in the second half, where he stops being vengeful and angry and becomes kind and compassionate.
What time is it actually right now? How long has passed since we noticed that there was possibly a murder that had happened?
It's probably around 11 o'clock in the morning right now.
So not long.
So not long has passed.
A lot's happened, but not much has gone. Time's passed.
All right, before anything else. No, wait, you go first. Sorry.
I pat Paddy on the shoulder and whisper to his ear, you might want to return that key before the guard officers get here.
Yeah, he actually he umlaut motions for him to give him the key. Is going to.
You don't know anything about this.
No, you don't.
Wait, aren't you holding the key right now?
No. It's in the door that's open that no one's looking at.
Okay, fair enough. I thought you had the key this whole time. You were hiding in behind your back as Malachi was passing by, or the DM forgot to mention that you still have the key in your hand.
If needed to, Tobias would step in front of the key to see no one would notice it, because if the master key is actually found here, it raises questions.
Yes, so
Yes.
he
Well,
takes the key back out the door and goes, good thing now,
I'm
Toy boy.
all right, fair enough.
Innocent whistling.
Yeah.
I can't whistle.
Right. So Umlaut is going to get ahead of all of you and look at all of you in the eyes and motion for all of you to follow him. As soon as you're able, at your convenience.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess I follow.
Tobias raises an eyebrow but follows.
Yeah. Kathleen just basically looks a bit curious about what does he want.
Yep. Okay. So he's going to lead the
So-
group.
Paddy boy, what are you following as well?
I've technically got to get the key back to Rowan.
Okay. Well,
I will follow them as far the thing and then quickly do that. And then
Yeah.
quickly join the group.
okay.
As quick as I can.
So do your dexterity check first, Demonox.
Okay. I'd have to use my nimble action again, wouldn't I?
Yes, you would.
Okay.
Because you're doing like a quick action.
Yes. Which is a good thing then, because I rolled 78. So thank God I was doing quick action on top of that. I would have failed
Yeah.
it.
So you find Rowan, and he's just happened to be walking by him, and you just stuffed the key in his pocket, like as if he wasn't apart from it at all.
Oh,
Right.
and what?
I give him a pat on the shoulder as well, past like, you hang in there now, boy. I'm sure things will get better.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Oh,
Right.
and one thing to make clear, that since I didn't specify that Tobias is wearing his gloves during this whole time, his magician's gloves.
Yeah.
And by the way, everyone still has their wallets. I haven't gone for them as well.
So,
Yeah.
Madhog, where is Umlaut taking everyone?
Umlaut is leading the group to his shed in the backyard of the hotel. He's going to tell them to wait outside. He goes in. He goes inside. About 30 seconds pass. He comes back with a series of tools and blunt objects used for gardening. Basically makeshift weapons. He's going to give the party makeshift weapons in case of emergency.
I've got my walking stick.
What is this? Why are you giving us these things?
I
Well-
believe that he's giving these for us for self-defense.
He points at him as if to say, yes, he got it.
Yeah, I have a feeling as well. So what kind of weapon do you give me?
Well, actually, let's roll for the weaponry. DM.
You have a chart for this?
No, I don't have a chart for this.
We agree that
Madhog.
No, but okay. You told. Why don't you tell me, DM? Tell me what kind of tools are to be expected inside the shed. Gardening
gardening
tools
shed.
primarily.
Well,
Are-
there's like garden hose, there's a shovel, there's a pair of like shears, like gardening shears, like
Is there a mattock?
huge.
Okay. Okay. Who wants the shears?
I don't think these are something that we can just hide on our person, because someone walking around with the hoe is going to raise questions.
Let's say it would make us a little slightly more suspicious walking around with a giant piece of wood attached to us.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Are
walk
there-
around with walking sticks.
Are
so
are there tools small enough to be carried on someone's person, like one of
Trowel?
those? What did
One
you
of-
say?
a trowel. It's a little spade. It's a little spade that used in gardening.
Yes,
yes,
something like
one of
that.
those.
Not exactly
One of those.
threatening, and I would really not trust my life to it. But
It can be sharpened. But anyway, this is to inform the party. This is the purpose of informing the party that the shed has makeshift weapons in them in case of emergency. So if the need ever arises, we have a bunch of utilitarian objects for our cause. even if you cannot take them with you. But anyway, he suggests you might want to hide some of these in your respective person or rooms.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm not exactly built for fighting like I used to.
Don't weigh down, lassie. I'm sure we'll be able to put our weight together.
I suppose you don't have any guns.
Well, well, here's the thing. He thinks about it for a second. He thinks about it for a second. He goes back inside to see if he happens to have guns. He doesn't have guns, but he has a cowboy hat. Does that help?
Shouldn't you roll for luck? In case you happen to have a gun.
With my luck, I don't think
I'm
so.
gonna say I don't think they'll let him have a gun there.
I don't think.
So we use luck whenever we want to stuff materialize from thin air.
If you're looking for something in particular or a scenario, basically that might demand it, then yes.
It helps us direct the story.
Anyway, anyway, I was gonna.
I guess I use my luck to see if this set has any guns.
To be fair, we don't know what Umlaut's backstory is. He could
Well,
have gun.
he doesn't have guns. No.
Yes, I can.
The shed doesn't have
Okay,
guns
I
either.
can attest to that. Umlaut has been not provided with pistols. Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
Does the set have a sickle?
A sickle would be good.
Yes, it does have a sickle.
I'm gonna say that's a crafting item, so yeah, that's a gardening item.
A sickle is handy, and it's not an encumbering weapon, unlike its bigger brother, the scythe.
I could probably take that sickle then, maybe.
Yes, I'm
Oh,
going to give the sickle to the lady. I'm going to keep the scythe for me because it's a scythe.
Is there more than one sickle?
Yes, there is. There's a couple of sickles.
By the way, DM, because Kathleen Doyle is a very investigative person, do I notice anything weird about his shed myself?
It's a rundown shed.
Roll
Right.
dexterity.
No, he doesn't need to roll this
I'd
extra.
like
It
to
just
have
looks like a normal shed.
Right.
other
So what
hammers.
So I guess the
Actually-
handprint on the window is gone then by the time that that it,
The handprint at this point would have been gone because it's been
Okay.
a while. So,
All right.
Okay,
What did you
speaking
say,
of
Marty?
things,
Marty, you said something earlier. What did you say?
Are there hammers?
Yes, there's a
Yeah.
hammer.
Are there other tools like screwdrivers and wrenches?
Well, he's the handyman, so he has a bit of tools.
yes.
Various
Okay,
of-
I'm going to since I have carte blanche on this, I'm going to say yes. You can have a screwdriver. You can have a small mallet or a hammer. You can have a monkey wrench if you want it.
I take
It's
a
like-
hammer.
it's
Thomas
literally a
takes the
monkey
hammer
wrench.
and look.
I take a
Ironic, all
screwdriver.
things considered.
Okay. Unfortunately, it's not the sonic screwdriver, just a regular screwdriver. Imagine if you were that lucky.
I mean, how much would that help in the 1920s? Not exactly a lot of high tech that needs to be shut down around.
yeah,
Maybe the
Maybe
doctor
like-
forgot it during one of his time travels. Who knows?
yeah.
Unlock
Anyway.
doors and saves and everything. But anyway, so
Actually, wait, I almost forgot to ask the most important question of all. But what about the snowboy?
All right,
the snow boy with the oversized hat, he's
Yes.
still there.
Okay, well, at least there is some familiarity left in this alien world we
So-
currently inhabit.
Is it looking into a different direction?
Is it covered in blood?
You can't tell because of the hat that's on his head.
Oh, you know, it could be looking as cheap.
Okay, so because I'm an investigative person, Kathleen Doyle is going to carefully remove the hat from its head.
Okay, since I'm the one who built the snowman, does it have any visible changes?
No, the snowman does not have any visible changes.
This,
Okay.
this reminds me that I left a sample of this weird snow to the librarian lady. I wonder how that is going on.
By the way, Kathleen Doyle basically goes like to Umlaut. Did you make this?
He nods sheepishly.
Quaint.
Really nice.
Oh well, he's trying to hide blushy cheeks.
Oh.
He's not used to receive compliments and whatnot.
Well,
Yeah, so Kathleen basically goes like, you know, you're a bit standoffish, but
Eh,
but deep down, I could see that you're a big sweetheart.
oh shucks! Oh shucks, Miss Dorothy, Miss Keitling. I was about to call you Miss Dorothy for some reason. Right. Okay. So
well,
now all we need is a plan of action.
So are the police finally arriving?
No, the
So they
police,
can
have
move.
not, the police have not arrived.
Has it?
Huh.
Did the Boyles actually manage to even make a contact with anyone?
You'd have to check with them.
Anyway, I need to
that is-
get back into the bar.
Yeah,
I talk to
Tobias.
my cat.
yeah, I just go to bar to have a drink.
Okay.
Tobias is going to find. Is going to
Will
actually
I
go and
take
find Rowan and ask.
Will I take the hammer I took first into my room and then I go bar for a drink?
Okay.
I put my
So-
screwdriver into my magician's bag, which
Okay.
looks like one of those old. It looks like one of those old-fashioned doctor's bags.
Umlaut and Kathleen, what are you two doing?
I'm trying to think of action, considering that the only thing I have.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? You cut off a little bit there.
I asked you what you two are doing.
No, I mean the VAR.
Yeah,
You cut off a little bit.
Yeah, because the only thing I got from that room was a page that mentions a fairy called Ariel and the three words within Cloven Pine. So I have no idea what that means right now to me.
Do we actually literally have cloven pines in this area?
If Kathleen and Umlaut are trying to figure this out, then I'd say basically roll intelligence or investigation.
All right.
Sure.
Well, investigation, you mean education, right?
Education, yes.
52?
Let me see about me, because I have to get back up to my stats because here we are. Yeah, I need to make it a 70, so that'll be 43.
Right. For Devar, you saw a large tree that could be a cloven pine in the cemetery. Umlaut, you know there's one in the cemetery and there's one within the castle grounds.
Oh.
Which one do you want to go to? The cemetery?
The two worst places to be, in other words.
Oh yeah, I've got two things I wanted to do. One was going to go to the castle in the Dale time, and the
Yeah.
other was going to the hunt for the girl.
Yeah, at least it's better than dolls, right?
Well, okay, so since
So-
we're about to investigate pines, we might as well split the party!
So yeah,
Madhog. Bad.
So basically, Kathleen goes to Umlaut. Within Cloven Pines, there was a thing in the room that said those words in underline, and the only one I can think of is the cemetery.
Well, he points at the castle, which is in view, apparently, from where he is. But it's a big castle, I assume. Is it on a freaking hill?
It peers over the trees, so yes, it would be on a little hill.
Okay, so he points at the castle.
There's one at the castle as well.
Mm-hmm, he nods.
Oh, I think we might need to take more than just the two of us to get there. Why don't we just go back to the hotel rather quick, and see if anyone else would like to come with us.
He doesn't feel same in re-entering the hotel, but okay, sure, if it's all of us
Stay away
together.
from the museum.
Yes, the museum is off limits for the foreseeable future.
It is cursed.
Oh
I
wow,
mean,
quick, clean the museum up.
Only Umlaut and Tuomas know about that.
He's going to put up a sign beside the doorstep that says museum closed or something along those
Due
lines.
to repairs.
Do not enter.
Yeah.
And
so-
there is a drawing of a skull and crossbones, I
so-
guess.
I'm gonna
we'll
go-
back. Yeah, we'll go back with Tobias, Tuomas, and Paddy, who have gone into the bar. So, what are you three doing?
Is Rowan there? I'm looking for him to ask about
Yes,
the situation.
Yes, he appears to have just come out of the back room.
Okay.
Mr. Boyle,
Yes, what is it?
did you manage to contact the authorities? Are they actually sending someone here to solve this situation?
I've tried. I really have, but the phone lines are dead.
Of course they are.
Dead as in no one's answering, or dead as in the line is cut?
Not working. Broken. Dead as the duh.
It is a deceased phone. It is an X phone.
It has ceased to exist, to function.
That is not good.
Yeah, we'll have to wait for Liam and his partner to come around later.
Okay.
What is the closest, piece of civilization from the Smith's shop?
Closest civilization.
Yeah.
You mean like an actual city or other town?
Well,
That's it.
anything where there are people, since those officers, considering that they patrol this area, have to go somewhere, and the village of Suil is abandoned, and we
It's
know that
mostly
there are
abandoned, yes.
What?
I said it's abandoned mostly, yes.
Yeah. So there are still people living there.
You'd have to go check, but you assume maybe there might be one or two.
Where's the police station?
That too.
The nearest one would probably be about 20 miles away,
That's a bit of a walk.
especially in the snow.
In a
Do we
Cthulhu
actu-
campaign.
Do we actually know where those two officers came from? Do they drive here on a car and then just walk around? I'm here to take a drink, and then just walk back to their car and leave?
They have a car, from what you've seen.
So the answer is yes.
Oh,
So,
okay then.
so I guess that means, oh god, it's snowing, and that means they probably won't be able to get here.
Mm.
Oh no! There's space with a clue! Ah! Right. So 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus.
So basically,
The gun.
so basically, we are on our own.
If you get a gun, count the bullets.
Where
and
have
keep
I
counting them.
heard that one before?
So,
Yeah.
Paddy and Tuomas, what are you two doing?
Well, I'm going to talk to
I just drink.
Mikhail, and he's drinking.
You mean
Malachi.
Malachi?
Malachi. I keep calling him Mikhail. I don't know why.
Malachi!
Malachi.
My
I know
best
his name is
friend!
Malachi, but it keeps. Mikhail is just stuck in my head.
Yeah, well, Malachi right now, he's feeding his dog and petting it.
Oh, that's a good
Yes.
boy.
Yeah,
That's
he's a
a
good
Yes,
man.
boy.
but he likes dogs.
Yeah. Is the doctor around?
He is basically in the corner.
Go drink with your doctor friend. But yes, I'm going to talk to Malachi.
Yeah.
And go like, "Hello, Manny boy.
Yes, what can I do for you? You want a drink?
Well, I'd love to, but in all seriousness, after seeing all the trail out the window, I got a bad feeling about the poor wee girl.
Yeah, I don't like the look of it either.
So and from what I just heard, because I'm guessing we could hear Rowan and Toom and
Tobias.
Tobias talking, and I'm not being able to get in touch with the cops. And I couldn't help but overhear the thing about the cops, and it just makes me even worse, feeling worse now.
As soon as you mention the cops, he just has basically he bares his teeth a bit and goes, "Yeah, go on."
So I was thinking it might be better if we see if we can get a few people together and go look for it ourselves. I don't want to leave the poor wee girl out there if there's a chance for her.
He looks outside and goes like, I wouldn't like to either, but I wasn't going to go by myself.
No. Well, see. Well, when you're done placing your lovely dog, feeding your lovely dog in that, we'll both see if we can go find. You see if you can check with some of the other people, and I'll see the others, and we see if we can get a few people together to make a little party.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll also bring Bran along for tracking.
Aye, always good. He's a good little boy, isn't he?
Oh, yes, he's a good little boy, Bran. Aren't you, Bran? As he basically just ruffles the dog head.
Someone's trying to make a dog noise just then.
That was me.
Yes. Paddy tries to pat him as well.
He seems to just accept it, like he's just super friendly and happy.
Yes, he's a good boy now. Right, I'll check with the others and that lot and see how many people we can get together. Well, it might take us a little bit to get a few people, but once we're ready, I'll let you know.
Aye.
And then I'll head off to start looking at various people. Probably in time for when Cafe and
Yeah.
Umat return.
So
Umas
two
is
of us.
went to the
Umat.
Yeah, you were talking to the doctor.
Yeah. The doctor found out anything.
What did you say? I didn't quite catch that.
Doctor
Found
didn't
out
find out
anything.
anything.
He just looks around and goes like, I have a baldy notion. With this murder and everything, and everyone locking themselves up in their rooms, and now everyone seems to be just closing in on themselves. It's hard to investigate.
Yeah, I was unable to find out if this was politically motivated. I don't know if she had any political ties, so not sure yet if we can put it on the Reds or not, but I guess we shall see eventually.
Yeah.
What from one subject to another, what do you know about sleepwalking?
Not really my field of expertise, but I have heard people have sleptwalk. And
Yeah, I think I might have that, and I was wondering if you could, as a doctor, know about it. But if it's not your field of expertise, then
he just basically gets out, basically at first, like some, like a light to basically flash in your eyes, and he goes, keep your eyes open. And he just
Okay.
looks at him. I'm going to check inside your ear. He does the same to your ears.
Oh.
I don't see anything off about you.
Okay.
I would have to get an alienist to look at you, probably.
All right. Yeah,
Is there anything else I can do for you?
not at the moment.
At this point, I'm going to meander on over. And I'm looking for party members for search.
Before that, since I know this hotel, do I know what the cutlery is made of? Basically, is there anything made out of? Is there any actual silver cutlery or things made out of pure iron?
It's nothing made out
Sure,
of silver.
gather all the weaponry you can find.
Find those iron. If it's fake, get iron objects. We'll get
so
silver.
Kitchen knives.
Hey, werewolves are not uncounted for yet.
That's what I mean.
It's just
Get silver
probably-
and iron.
It's just be iron around here. There's no silver. There's nothing fancy.
yeah, maybe I should take
It
one
doesn't
wine.
have to be fancy. It has to be pointy. That's what we want.
Yeah, maybe I should take a wine bottle and break it, and so I could use it as a weapon later.
My
I can just you try like, oh, and then Peg grabs it like, don't be doing that now, boy.
But there is actual iron cutlery.
Yes, there's
Yes.
There is after my talk with Rowan, I'm going to go to the kitchen and grab some iron knives into my bag just in case.
iron. Okay.
I shall get all the sharp, pointy things I can find.
Well,
I will be not caught unaware.
how pointy how pointy of a kitchen knife are we talking about? Something like meant to spread butter on your
The
piece
kitchen
of
will be,
bread, or actual
we
sharp?
have, I'm going to say, if it's a kitchen, they have to prepare food, which means they cut the steak I was eating last night.
Yes.
So there will be some butcher knives and all sorts.
There are a few butcher knives, but they're also basically like a bunch of like blunted knives as well for like butter and whatnot.
I take like there are those like Demonox, those sharp,
Meat cleavers.
small, not meat cleavers, but those small sharp ones that are meant to cut things like steak.
Well,
Filthy
guys,
knives.
you know, we all know that the butter knife is the greatest weapon in the universe.
So, okay, so Paddy, what were you doing?
Okay, I was going to go up to Thomas and the good doctor, and I was like, I'm not speaking very loudly because I don't want the entire room to hear. Obviously, I don't want to panic unnecessary. I'm mostly going for the men. And I go like, now, wait, hello there, boys.
Hello.
Hello. Can I do something
Hello.
for you, Mr. Brannigan?
Hello there.
Yes. Well, I was just talking with young Mickey boy over there, and we decided that we're going to get. We can't wait for the old plot to get around to go to looking for the girl. So we decided we're going to see about getting a small little party together to go find her. And I'm wondering if you two would like to join in.
Well, I guess I have nothing better to do.
The doctor just says,
That's the spirit.
I'll stay here because if there's anyone that needs help here, I need to be on hand.
Pilot looks at him for a moment like, it takes a few moments for this process for his brain. Oh, yes, now I understand it entirely. Plus, in fact, if you might need a table or something. Or a nurse. Do we have a nurse around here?
No, I'm the only doctor around here.
There is a nun.
That's
I don't
not
think
a nurse.
we want in a nun right now.
Well, I do have some medical experience from the war times, but I...
Oh yes, the scrappy hair across the water. The scrappy from across the water. Right. Well, even the Paddies know about the war. Now that dense.
Well, Finland is across the water from Ireland.
Yes.
Yeah,
It
it's
works.
it's across most of Europe.
Yes.
I was trying to understand the accent, but...
Yeah.
In or out of character?
Both.
yeah.
It's,
Is that all you wanted, Mr. Brannigan?
yes, no. I got to go ask the others to see if I can find some more boils for the job.
Okay.
Tobias walks out of the kitchen while eating a sandwich.
As soon as Paddy walks away, Tuomas, Brian just basically says to you, if you're going to go out searching, you need probably a better weapon. I would go see Smith, see if he'll give you something. But don't expect it for free.
Smith of Smith & Wesson? Yes, please.
I can in a blacksmith shop.
Captain Smith might be able to help you out, but don't expect it to be free.
Now I wish there was the stores of Heckler and Koch here as well.
I have money, no need to worry about that.
Honestly, Captain Smith can be such a cute whore at times. And when it comes to spending money himself, he could peel an orange in his pocket.
That's a very unusual phrase.
That's a nice proverb, if I ever heard one.
That's Irish for you can get better looking water for a stone.
Yeah, it basically means he's tight, the orange.
We
Tight as a
assume
duck
so.
ass.
Oranges are very tight. Good luck trying to peel one of those without both arms.
Okay.
They'll probably be around now that.
Yeah, Umlaut and Kathleen walk in.
Yeah, so I'm first, I'm going to say to Rowan when I go with it, I'm going to go like, oh, Rowan, just the man I wanted to see.
Yes, what is it?
But are you going to have any entertainment on tonight?
No.
Well, I thought, well, that's great because I thought that, you see, I thought that since everyone's a bit shaky, like that I could do something special for everyone for an evening.
Umlaut looks at you, then looks at him, then looks at you, and he raises his hands as if to say, "I have nothing to do with this. I know nothing."
Rowan looks at Umlaut and he looks back at Kathleen and goes like, "What did you have in mind?"
Oh, well, you see, I have a very special show, and she kind of like just, she whispers in his ear what it is. You know what it is. It's in the case.
He just looks like, okay, how about maybe showing it off and see, in front of this audience right now and see how well it goes?
Oh, really? I can do it right now?
Yes, I'd like to see a sample of your entertainment.
All right.
I'm not sure we have a dancing pole in the bar.
Wait right there. Nobody move. I'm gonna get it. She
goes.
Oh, you're going to get it, all right.
Well, Thomas was about to move, but stopped when the...
So while this is going on, Isaac Pal, I need you to make an occultic roll.
Okay. So this was intelligence
Use
plus
your
my
intelligence.
skill.
Yes.
18.
Oh,
Nice.
Right, nice. You spot something out of the corner of your eye, and you suddenly see Teresa. She's finishing doing some sort of hand motion, like just outside, and you see just this magical energy glowing that you've never seen before. Whatever she has casted, the effects don't seem apparent to you. But as you look at her, you notice that her eyes have this shimmering effect along with white dots in the center of her pupils.
Do I...
I warned her not to do the wiggly fingers at people again.
Do I recognize anything about what's the nature of what she's doing or trying to do?
You would suspect from the roll that you did that it's probably something that affects her sight in some way. But you don't know the absolute ins and outs because you only saw the last motion that she did.
She might be doing truth sight on herself.
I don't say anything, but I take a note that there is an actual magic user here. And I'm going to keep a very close eye on her.
Right, so you're sitting next to her from now on.
It's at this point Kathleen comes back with her case.
yeah. She takes the case. He goes like, "All right, I've got my case."
The case is, I take it that the case is closed.
Yes, it's closed, and it's.
Right, we found the girl. Great, everyone go home.
She carries it to the stage, and she goes like,
I guess, are we about to reopen the case then?
"Here you go,
And is it a cold case?
Right now, you've got quite the audience right now, except for Devlin Kennedy and Teresa is just outside.
All right, look, put your peepers on me."
Everyone just looks up just as soon as you say that.
Now, I know this is a bit impromptu, but I thought it'd be nice to get the edge off of the thick air in the room. Let's put it like that, shall we? So,
is this gonna take long?
no, it won't. Anyway, so I want to introduce you to a very special friend of mine. And she opens the case, and she goes like, "Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce you to Antifungal!
What?
And she brings out a dummy, a ventriloquist dummy.
Okay, do you think that's appropriate after what we went through just now?
Read the room.
Picturing- Yeah, but we didn't see the dolls. We just saw the kids. So
Okay, so I like to think Umlaut was about to drink his usual, but then as soon as the dummy shows up, his speed takes. And
I can just picture Umlaut jumping over the table.
his speed takes and then he's frozen with fear. It doesn't even move. He's having an episode.
And
Someone says, I gotta go, and goes outside to go.
anyway, so the Kathleen goes like, everyone, say hello to Antifungal. Antifungal, say hello to the audience. Oh, hello there. It's
Yeah.
lovely to see you all. And you see
In
that
case you didn't hear it, Tuomas left the building.
I heard.
Umlaut is going to leave the building as soon as he can. To
Yeah, so, and you basically see as she's doing this, she's not actually. You can actually see her still moving her lips as she's doing the ventriloquism, and she goes like, and she goes like, "Now, Antifungal, do you remember my plays? No, they were pretty terrible. Oh, how can you say such a thing?"
It's then Malachi basically points out, your mouth's moving!
You see there be a box around me, so ignore me.
Then you hear the doll say to well, you can guess Malachi. So is yours. Guess that makes at least two of us. I'm using my own ventriloquism, actual proper ventriloquism, to talk as the doll.
Oh, that's better. Why didn't you move then?
Yeah, Kathleen Dawn just looks at you, going like,
Do you notice
"Oh wait,
that Tobias is doing it?
oh wait, I thought I misinterpreted what you said." Okay, so you're basically chucking your voice to the doll. I get you now.
Yes, because it is in my character sheet that Tobias is a ventriloquist as well.
Alright. And here I thought it was a ventriloquist duel for a moment.
I mean,
I just Penny just like sits there and looks at him and go like,
well, your doll did just talk without you doing it.
Yeah, so Kathleen goes like,
she's an actor. You roll with it.
What's where you put those hands?
well, excuse me, I was
Sanity check.
That would be the true duty of me to do that to all of you.
Penny just goes like, this whistles it off like, I think the doll's got schizophrenia or something. Like two voices.
Okay, you know what? Umlaut is going to come up on the stage from the back, grab the puppet, and throw it to the wall.
Like, be gone, evil creature.
Umlaut, why you chuck Antifungal?
And then he's going to jump from the stage to the doll to perform a diving elbow drop on said doll.
You know yourself.
And she goes like, Antifungal, no! And I imagine the mushroom hat it's wearing basically falls off.
Well, my mother, I won't be home for dinner.
Ave Maria.
And she Kathleen Dawn
Doing that.
Kathleen Dawn just shakes her head and looks sad at Umlaut and goes like, I hope you're happy with yourself.
He's never looked as happy or glad in his life. You can tell he's smiling through his scarf.
Tobias is doing his best to hold back his laughter.
I think that's enough entertainment for one day, Rowan.
I mean, he has both his arms raised up in victory, as he leaves the room, celebrating.
I'm surprised Umlaut didn't take the mushroom hat as a hat.
It's
Oh,
very,
yes!
very
No,
small.
oh, wait! He saw the small hat. He stepped on it with intent.
Alright, so that's dolls and puppets for Umlaut for Christmas then.
Yeah, and she looks like, she kind of says, not too loudly, but not too quietly. Well, looks like I'm gonna have to find another way back into my life.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. Lady is traumatized, so he doesn't feel sorry for what he done.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah, but Paddy gives puts a pat on the shoulder like, I'm sure you'll do fine. Though be careful next time. The doll seems to have a mind of its own.
I don't know what that was about.
No, I don't.
We didn't ask you now, doll. Be quiet.
I'm gonna put it back in this case.
What are you all doing now that you've done this? Little
This
deed?
was great. Thanks, Devar.
Okay, so
I guess this did turn into a scary movie.
Oh, it's better. It's actually funny.
Tuomas has went to Smith's shop.
Okay, we'll go with you then.
okay.
So you go to Smith's shop.
Yeah, and knock on the door.
You hear,
Get on the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur.
Yeah, I walk in the store.
you just see Kieran Smith as he's just wiping his desk and goes like, Mr. Tuomas, what do I owe this visit? Have you found anything about the weeds?
Unfortunately, no, but I'm soon going to be on a. Did you hear about the incident at the hotel?
Ah, yes, one of the guests came in here and talked my ear off about it. Bit of gruesome business.
Yeah, I'm soon going to be on a search
Suspicious.
party, and what was the doctor's name? Hold on.
Brian O'Connor?
Corporal O'Connor said that you could have a more potent weaponry.
He looks around and he looks over your shoulder and he goes, give me a moment. And he basically goes into a back room and he comes back with a bag and he puts it on the desk and he looks around again and he opens it and you just see a rifle and he goes, what's the price of a life, I say? £2. £3 for the bullets.
£3.
How bullets?
Yeah,
So-
it's £1 for the bullets basically and £2 for the gun.
How many bullets does that contain?
From what you can see, it's a row of 6 basically.
6 rounds.
6
Yep.
bullets.
So not a lot. It takes a lot of doing to get ammo these days.
What kind of gun was it
Rifle.
exactly?
It's a rifle.
That is
Yes.
potent, but difficult to conceal. Do you have anything smaller?
Give me a moment. I'll check the back again.
It's nice, really nice.
If he doesn't have son of shotgun, I'll eat Umlaut's hats.
He basically comes back and he has a little box and he basically opens it up and you see basically what looks like a Webley revolver.
Ooh.
That's a very fancy
I
revolver.
was gonna say that thing packs a punch.
Yeah.
What revolver?
Depends
What
on the
revolver was
caliber.
The Webley revolver.
I wonder if Tuomas has seen any of those in the war.
Yeah, they weren't basic ground troop weapons. They were more used for like officers. But they they did pack a hell of a punch.
Around in the Civil War times, there was more like Tommy guns, rifles, and Webley revolver pistols.
In Ireland, there were quite a lot of these things, so
So how much for this one?
£2 and 2 for the bullets.
How many bullets does it contain?
You
That price.
see it has 6 in the chamber, and there's 5 more.
okay, that's a decent number of bullets. That's nearly a full reload.
You actually, it is entirely possible that Thomas would know about the Webley revolvers arrived in Finland in 1905,
That's great.
and it was used to arm activists that opposed the Tsar. Although in here they were known as Grafton revolvers due to the name of the ship.
Yeah,
that
so
brought
if you
the
want to
shipment
roll,
here.
if you want to roll like an intelligence thing, you might go, that's a Grafton.
Oh yeah, this is fancy. I think this is one of those that was used to shot Poprikov. But yeah, I take it. So-
Both sides of the war used them during the Civil War.
Very good.
Very
4,
reliable.
so 4 in total.
Yes, £4 in total.
Yeah, I pay him.
He basically takes your money and goes like, "Now be careful with those bullets. They're hard to come by, harder than the rifle rounds."
All right.
And do you have any sharp, pointy things we can have?
So I have
Preferably-
11 bullets in total.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, do I get in like in a box or something?
Yes, he gives you the box basically with it.
That's free.
Don't flash it in front of the law enforcement.
All
Nope.
right.
They'll take it off you instantly.
All right. Yeah, I consult the jacket, and after that, I go into my room and take my old military uniform to get a warmer clothing.
Okay. So what were the rest of you doing?
Uh,
I believe Kathleen and Ulmaut were going to search something or
the castle.
somebody.
Yeah, well, we were going to see if anybody else could help us with investigating the castle, I believe.
I'm pretty
Yes,
sure that
the
Paddy
castle and or the cemetery.
and isn't Paddy gathering his posse to go to the woods to look
Yes,
for the.
but I did say it would take me a while to talk to everybody. So technically speaking, if I do the job for them, I can then potentially ask them to help me with mine. Your fair's fair.
Yeah. So
Anyone wants to go to the castle anyway, so
what's going on?
In which direction the forest is where the blood trail led?
It went south.
South. All
the
right.
castle is
In
south
the east.
west.
No,
East.
castle is in the east.
Yeah, the castle's in the east.
Yes,
Hmm.
but it's not that far. Yeah, south to the east, and then yeah, that's doable though. Quick
That
trip to the
depends.
east, and
That's
then
ba-
shoot, and then
this
I
is-
meet up with the main group going west south.
Well, this is basically that. Which one do we want to do first? And I don't think we should split the party.
No, I think splitting the party may result in bad things happening to solo groups.
Like
yeah.
death. Don't you know? You never split the party. Clerics at the back, keep those fighters hale and hearty.
Yes, there's also not a bad game either.
Yeah.
And you never leave that damn thief out of sight.
Okay.
What is happening?
I believe.
We are
Good
starting a
question.
musical.
What is happening?
Musical number.
Yeah. Well, let's be serious now. Let's be serious now. What we're doing exactly?
Okay, well, you're looking for people to go search the castle. I'm looking for people to go search the forest. Go to the forest. Now, I can technically tell Malachi that I'll join up with them, the main group, when I go. If you want to ask Paddy to go search the castle with you, and maybe Tobias, then we can meet up and then suit off from the castle to the forest to join up with Malachi and his group.
Would that be actually possible to do that? To basically search the castle first and then get back in time to do search.
Yeah, you can do that if you want.
All right.
Hey,
So
yeah, that's me first. So obviously, that was
Who are you asking to join you in the castle search?
Well,
well,
I would be walking straight at you because like people.
basically, I'm having Kathleen ask the people she trusts right now, and that would be everyone that was upstairs.
So you'd be asking Tuomas and Paddy and Tobias.
Yes,
And what about Phineas? He was there as well.
that's a
Or
good.
do you want to keep this purely PC group thing?
Well, he's already said staying at the house, the hotel.
Yeah, I think Phineas should stay here. So I'll.
And he'll go do that anyway. So.
Yeah. So.
That was the doctor.
Oh yeah, that's the doctor, the Phineas
Yeah.
guy.
Oh, the doctor. Yeah, Phineas is the. I don't know what his deal is, other than he's just interested.
And he was one of the new arrivals that came with you.
Yeah, which Deirdre seemed to stare at one point. So, anyway, so Kathleen basically will ask Paddy and Tobias and Tuomas if they can help in searching the castle today. Because she believes that the clue could be referencing something that's there, or the cemetery, but her and Umlaut decided to look in the castle first.
Yeah, I guess this means that we feel Tuomas and Umlaut on what we saw in the room and learned about.
Yeah.
Well, that's handy now, because I was about to ask you if you want to go look at the forest for the wee lassie. I suppose if we go, it might be tied in. So I suppose we could do if I help you do that. Will you help me look in the forest afterwards?
Well, yeah, I can do that. I mean, it's not the first time I had to look for somebody. I mean, I had to look for a drunk man.
Excuse me?
No, I'm not drunk that often. I need looking for.
No, I meant I had to look for somebody who was missing, and he was drunk as an ass.
That's always the case. So I know exactly where I am.
What are we looking from that castle again?
They filled it in on
A tree probably made of pine, or something made of pine. Apparently, something's within cloven pine.
Well, I was planning to go on that search party for the woods, but if everyone goes to the castle, then
Mikhail's going. Well, Malachi Mickey boy is already gathering a party to go there. I'll tell him that I'm going to do a quick group go to the castle first, and then I'll meet up with him at the forest edge.
Yes, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be checking the castle, and then we can come back here and do the search afterwards.
Yes, that is.
So splitting the squad would be a bad idea.
Exactly. So we need to be in a tight knit group, right? Umlaut.
Oh, sure. I mean,
Okay, does any of you other than me have any combat experience?
I've been in a few battles in my life, but I cannot say that I am any kind of a fighter, so to speak.
I don't know, Danton, do I?
I mean,
Your skill set say it does?
Has
I mean,
been in the military?
No, we don't know, but he's at least we know out of character that he has been a sailor, so he should know his way at least around a fist fight.
Umlaut,
Otherwise, he would be a punching bag.
Umlaut, have you served in the military?
Well, he said he's only in the 30s old, so he can't have been around that many places. Because he said he wasn't that much younger than the woman.
Yeah. So Kathleen basically says,
look at me. I'm in my 50s. Do you think I have the necessary skills to fight?
Well, I'm sure you can always bop them in the old bags.
Oh, believe me, I've done that in my time.
And I've been in a few bar brawls. Just a few, though. I didn't start any, though, I swear. On my
Yeah,
mother's grave.
I fought
maybe.
5 months in a war, so I do know.
Well, that
Few
could be useful.
No need to worry about me, Mr. Rensalo. I know how to take care of myself.
Okay.
Okay.
Have
So-
you umlaut served in the military?
Well, he can put a hole in a door. I guess he can fight.
But what does umlaut answer, or how does he react to Tuomas's question?
He pretends not to have listened to the question. He's drinking, you see.
Oh,
Right. So you're all walking to the castle.
Yeah, let's all go to the castle,
Well,
essentially.
when you go outside to the castle, you see basically the librarian.
so
Tara.
yeah, Tuomas has put
Yes.
on his uniform, which is kind of
I've
this
got my walking cane.
grayish color, and what is notable there is then in his right arm there's a white scarf around it.
Yeah, Tobias has put on his traveling clothes, but he still has his gloves, cane, and a hat.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say she dresses warmly. That's it.
I've got my
well-
walking stuff, and I've got my cane.
Well,
And now that I think about it, in terms of his actual looks, he looks younger than Kathleen.
Kathleen. Yeah.
Kathleen, but is definitely in his looks like he's in his mid 30s, nearly 40.
well, as far as umlaut is concerned, since we're going to have to explore some
Oh
place,
no.
He now has his explosion hat on.
it might as well be for the occasion.
I love you and your hats.
Anyway,
How many of
When
you
Umlaut
have
puts on a new hat, does
I
he
love
take
him.
the old one off, or just put the new hat on top of it?
Well, some mysteries are never meant to be solved.
But anyway, as I was saying, Tara Byrne from the library runs up to you, Umlaut, and says, Umlate! Umlate!
Who? Me? No, thank you. I had one already. Already had breakfast.
Oh no, thanks, love. I've already drank enough today.
No!
Okay.
I don't-
Umlate! And she points to Umlaut
Yes.
and says, about that snow you gave me just this morning. Me and
No,
Tara-
it was yesterday, actually.
it was actually this morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the morning, because
Oh, it was morning. Okay.
Yeah, so she just says, me and Teresa in the morning, we looked through the books, and the closest thing that we came to finding out about snow that couldn't melt was a record from over 1,000 years ago.
Ooh.
Apparently, it was associated with the occult, something called the Ankailak Vera.
Is it
what?
druids?
the MT.
I would say, since she said the name, make a folklore roll, Umlaut.
Wait, did
I-
Umlaut say that out loud, or was that out of character?
I shall do just that.
I'm just saying because I've said the name out loud that he
She
should.
said it out loud,
Ah,
so.
okay.
Yes.
Can we get that name in the chat, please?
86.
Okay, okay. It's basically what is the equivalent of a old hag who apparently lived in cycles. She was known in some parts as the Queen of Winter. There are several stories about her, but they have a theme around sovereignty and harvest and reaping of souls.
Huh. Well, when you say sovereignty, that's pretty much the current political situation of Ireland before their true independence in 1949. And there has been not one, but 2 wars, so that seems to fit thematically all too well.
Well, in Ireland, in folklore especially, there are certain female figures who are known as sovereignty gods or sovereignty figures who basically have power over the land. They can shape the earth, and the Ankailak Vera in particular was said in some stories to turn people into stone, which comes in the form of a standing stone which dot around Ireland all over.
This is all very, very interesting, intriguing, and horrifying, depending on the mood. Yes. Yes.
Could we get the name in the chat?
Yes,
Yeah.
I was about to. I was just going to. I was just explaining before I did that. This is the way it's written, and this is the way it's pronounced.
Ankailak Vera.
I see.
Ankailak Vera.
Ankailak Vera. This is very...
Ankeli.
This is fascinating, I have to say. I'm glad I decided to investigate the snow.
She
Yeah,
just says, we haven't found anything else, but I'm going to continue the search to see if I can find anything else. But I thought I'd tell you since I just caught you. I'm going to go now.
Okay.
Excuse me, Miss Bond.
Yes?
You wouldn't happen to speak ancient Gaelic, would you? Or have a way to
Oh.
translate it?
It depends. So basically, what is it you're wanting me to look at?
I take out the notepad and a pen from my magician's bag and write the runes that I saw in the mirror on it. And
He's
give
keeping the mirror.
yeah, and
That shit's handy.
I give the paper to her. I would appreciate if you could translate what this means.
Oh,
I am
yes.
I'm familiar with the script, but unfortunately my translation skills are lacking.
Great thinking, Magic Boy.
She just looks at it and goes like, yes, I will take a look immediately as well.
Thank you.
Is there anything else before I go? I have a lot of research to do now.
Yeah, one question. Where do you stay?
She points to the library across the way.
Really? You stay there?
Yes, I live in the library.
Huh. Well,
Well,
we
thank
have to rough it sometimes.
Well, thank you, Miss Twilight Sparkle. We will contact you later for more information about the magical land of Equestria and everything in between. 10-year anniversary of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. Hooray! The worst year since 2001.
So I take it you didn't hear anything last night?
No, I just heard the wind and the snow.
All right, just what I asked, just since you were out here and all.
Speaking of snow, what's the weather like? Is it still snowing?
It is still lightly snowing right now.
Not too bad though.
Right now, it's about up to it covers most of your feet. Up to your ankle, basically, to the base.
Huh.
It's like early winter in Finland.
Let's get to the castle, I say.
Yes, let's get to the castle.
So, as you
My understanding of reality is slowly crumbling. Great.
Yes, you go up to this very old-looking castle, and as you enter it, now it's not dark.
Da-na-na,
Yep. I just someone go like,
da-na-na.
well, this looks a lot nicer in the daylight than it did last night.
Yeah, so the castle, as you enter it, you see what looks like an old, large, keep building in the
Castle
center.
Dracula.
And along the walls
I wish.
are some broken steps that lead to either nowhere or to a stone floor that's had a wall, but it's now basically just open air where the wall would have been.
I'd like to go up to that section to have a look outside.
Do I see anything?
Do
Yes,
I
you do.
taste anything?
So what did I see?
Well, Isopal, first off, you do see a lot of energy culminating around the keep.
Do I see it if it leads anything inside the keep? Do I have a trail to follow?
It seems to just encompass all around the keep itself. like a dome, basically, like it's like if it's been like shaped like a
Barrier.
either barrier or a bowl around it.
I see. Also, has it been long enough that my magic has regenerated?
Wow.
Yes.
I'm still upset about that.
Okay, thank you.
And like I said, I'm going up the crumbly stairs, so I might
Yeah.
need to use my dexterity for this.
Yes.
Everyone, be careful. There is, who knows what could happen here.
Demonox, make a dexterity check with basically a bonus.
Okay, let's see if I can. Oh, 19.
Well, the steps that you've gone up, basically there's some wide gaps, and as everyone else sees, he just seems to jump, and like with great height, and he's almost easily gets to the other side of whatever of this large gap he was jumping across.
I hope you guys brought your weapons with you.
Well, yeah, of course.
Of
Yes.
course.
And I reveal my secret identity. I am, in fact, ninja. Hui! Naruto. Hui!
Who knew stuntmen had to be so agile?
You'd be
Everybody?
surprised. Falling down is harder than you think. Well, it's easy to have a wee drink. And I'm going to look at the courtyard from above.
Okay.
I'm essentially going to see what I can see from that platform now I'm higher up.
You can see basically, because now you're basically up on a higher part of the castle.
Paddy, what do you Irish eyes see?
Look, you can see the land from here. It's a great thing to see.
Oh my gosh, I hate that line so much.
Yeah. You see all the way on the other side of the castle is what looks like a huge tree that's covered in snow right now.
Does it have a face? I had to ask.
Can't see it from here. If it does,
Well, I can
You
tell you all
didn't-
now, there is in fact a giant tree in the middle of the castle.
I'm
I don't know why the
because-
garden up here, though. It's a bit
I'm
daft.
worried because the DM did not say no.
Yeah. So,
Anything else? Or there's this big tree that's the main promenade thingy from where I am.
well, a lot of the courtyard is covered in snow right now, so. It's
And a
hard-
bit ruiny. It's broken.
But actually, make an investigation check.
Okay, intelligence or dexterity?
Use intelligence for this.
Okay. This is where I fall down horribly.
With your intelligence.
Yes. Nope, 66.
66.
I failed.
Yeah,
Execute order 66.
it's kind of hard to see because the snow is like getting in the way of your eyes half the time.
Well, I think I should have brought a hat with a brim.
Well, Umlaut points at his hat.
Tobias points at his hat.
oh, and Kathleen pointed at her hat too. She's wearing a hat.
Well, would you all like to come up here now then?
Nah, I can't make that jump. Not with that.
Actually, Tobias is going to climb up.
I think, yes, I think Umlaut is going to try that as well.
You said there was a tree nearby, right?
That's right now, there be a big tree in the middle. It looks a bit old.
I'll go check that out then.
So
Umlaut, you should have gardened up the tree while you were out here.
Umlaut and Tobias, make dexterity checks if you're going to climb up the wall.
Yes, 54.
Yeah, that's a success.
It is 79. Bare success.
Oh.
My
Wait.
dex is 80.
Oh yeah, so basically, Umlaut,
You get up here,
basically, you get across basically quite easily, and Tobias, you basically just barely make it. That you feel basically some of the small stones basically move a little bit, but then you
Actually,
get back on your.
can we dress this as Umlaut extending his hand to help him getting across in a sign of companionship?
Sure. You can do
He
that.
accepts that hand. Oh, thank you, Umlaut.
Yes, well,
Paddy made it look easy.
you pronounced his name correctly, so
I like the fact that my character made it look so easy.
at least you're not calling him omelette or umlatte.
So, what are you two doing up here with Paddy?
What do I see?
So I'm going to
A
try.
tree!
So the weapon I brought with me was a spade, actually, because I thought to myself, there is snow. I have a spade. Let's shovel some snow, right? Okay. So I'm going to try and create a path between there and where the tree is. Mostly because mostly because I don't want any funny business with the snow. I don't want to. I'm thinking fourth dimensionally with my umlaut brain here. What if the snow comes to life? After what he heard, what if the snow comes to life? I'm going to get rid of the snow before that can happen.
Yeah. So, are you investigating, or are you just basically just digging? Essentially,
I'm digging. I'm not the investigating type, obviously.
But the tree is on the floor below.
Is it now?
Well, we went upstairs.
Well, we had to walk there, don't we?
We had to climb.
You had to climb the stairs to get to where I am, but
Catherine's
not climbing them. She's walking to the street.
It is implied that after we finish the climbing, there is the walking, right?
Yes,
so when the walking begins, the shoveling does as well.
Yes. So what are you doing now then, before the shoveling begins?
I am doing what needs to be done, which is climbing. I'm following you, basically. You are the lead, and so lead the way.
Well, I'll have to go back downstairs.
I think there is I think there's a misunderstanding going on.
Yes, I think so.
Paddy climbed up to get a better vantage point, not to find a route to the tree.
The tree route is downstairs. I climbed up to have a peek at the whole garden, the whole place, or above.
Okay.
So essentially, Unlout came up with like, oh.
Well, let's not look Gif Hoff in the mouth when he, had that.
He helped Tobias up. That's fine.
Well, since I'm up there, I might as well investigate then.
Yeah, why don't you investigate? See what you can see. I failed.
Isopal, you were also wanting to investigate as well.
Yes. What do my magic eyes see?
Right. I want you to use intelligence as well as your occultic bonus, and I want Madhog to make investigating check with intelligence as well.
Okay.
51.
33.
Okie dokie.
Never mind.
Let's see. So, Isopal, what you notice is that there seems to be like a small sliver of something in the tree. Like there's something at a distance. You can see it glinting inside the tree itself.
Okay, and what do I notice with my umlaut eyes?
Well, as you look around the snow, you notice that some of it looks a bit like odd, like someone has been up here recently.
Oh.
And as you dig around, you eventually find something.
A body?
No. You find some sort of weird, like, part of an amulet.
Oh no, there's always an amulet in these stories. You say part of an amulet.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to roll my knowledge to see if I can put the pieces together, metaphorically, in my mind, as to what this piece of an amulet was supposed to be.
Okay. Well, I'm going to ask you to roll a difficulty, which means you can't just succeed. You have to succeed in a certain range now.
Oh.
So roll your folklore check.
Does a 62 does it?
It just does it. So
okay.
This symbol, it looks like it's not from Irish. It looks like it's from something else.
It's not from the region, the famous region of Irish, yes?
Yes.
It looks like it doesn't belong here.
It doesn't belong here. That's what you know about it.
So essentially, someone from a non-local dropped something that is not from, or local dropped something from another country.
Oh,
Another country.
Oh, Thomas!
Yes, there is something going on with that tree. There is something glinting on its trunk. I can see it from here. And what is that you have there?
He shows off the amulet, the little shiny he found.
Can I roll to try to figure it out?
Can I show this to Thomas as soon as I can?
Yeah,
Actually,
Thomas is about, I guess, going to the tree.
Yeah,
I mean-
I was off to the tree myself.
you know what? I'm going to go to the tree as well at this point.
Can I try to figure it out with my occult knowledge before we climb down and head to the tree as a group?
You could try, yes. At difficulty as well.
This is intelligence.
Okay.
I was asking, not telling you.
Okay. Yes, intelligence.
Yes.
It is cock dice. 88. I don't know anything.
No, it without
You know nothing.
without more of the pieces, it's hard to make out what it could be.
Yep. Oh, it's official. I have no idea what that is. Now let's get down.
He's
and
an
join the
occult
rest of the
expert.
group.
Damn it.
Let's get down to business, to
Okay.
defeat the snow.
But it's not magical on itself.
I'm just gonna go down over the ledge.
It doesn't
Yes.
appear to be a very powerful item, and it doesn't appear to. And if it had magic in it, it's probably gone because of the fact it's broken.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to shovel my way to the tree, as I promised I would.
So what exactly do we need to find out from this tree?
We need to find what's in it.
Okay.
And by now, I think Tobias will have mentioned that he spotted a shiny object in the tree.
Well, I already shouted it to everyone when I saw
Yes,
it.
and
but
as soon as he can, Umlaut is going to show that piece of amulet, that Alvd amulet, to Thomas. Because,
Yeah.
he's a foreigner, so clearly all foreigners know each other.
So me and Tuomas, I believe, we were
Tuomas.
going ahead of them because they were busy
So
upstairs.
do I recognize this amulet?
He hasn't got to you yet, so.
They're playing
something
catch up.
is going to-
So Devar, what you want to do?
Are we at the tree now?
Yes, you're at the tree.
Okay, I would like to look into this tree and see what I can find.
I shall investigate the living hell out of it.
Well, you notice that basically that there is a like a cubby hole, basically just further up the tree. You'd have to stand on some of the roots to get into it.
Right then. Alright, I'm gonna stand on that root over there and try and reach in and see what I can get my hands on.
Well, that won't end badly.
Yeah, I suggest you wouldn't try with your bare hands. Maybe with some stick or something to see if there's not any deadly critters in there.
I have a walking stick. I shall lend it when I get there.
Let me see if I have anything other than a sickle. Only have my cigarette case.
Are there any sticks around?
I'm going to say next to a tree, there should be. If you can't find a stick next to a tree, we're in trouble.
Yeah, is there a stick?
Make a look roll, Matty, if you're looking for a stick.
Actually, is the tree alive or dead?
It's covered in snow right now, so it's hard to.
I'm
Yeah.
not botanists.
So what do I roll?
Luck.
Yes,
roll,
yes.
roll your luck.
64, so it fails.
Yeah, that if there is any sticks around here, it's hard to find any underneath all this snow.
Hmm. Do you have anything on you then, Tuomas?
The hammer.
All right, right. Give me
Right.
right. Give me your hammer. I think I could probably just stick that in there.
I do need it as a weapon, but do you need that walking stick of?
I'll go offer the walking stick when I got to you.
Are we there yet?
Yes, you've all gotten there now.
Are we
Hey,
there yet?
There's the lookout. There's the lookout patrol.
you were gonna say, there you are.
Yeah, Wesker's an old lady. There you are.
He'd be handy right now.
I'm gonna treat you to global saturation.
This is the
Performance.
weirdest squad I'd ever had.
Yeah. So I guess Thomas is going to ask if you can borrow the walking stick. Hey, sure, but be careful with it now. I do like the stick.
All right,
So-
I'll take that stick and just.
Umlaut is going to show half of the amulet to
Thomas.
Tuomas, finally. Yes.
So, Tuomas, make a intelligence check.
Right, intelligence. 7.
7. Oh, wow.
Ooh.
You think you've seen something similar to this before in the Civil War. Some of the Reds had it on them.
Huh.
So what exactly is it?
From what you can tell, it's some sort of symbol that they used as a form of like a offshoot of the Communist Party. It seems like a sort of secretive group. It was called the King's Mark.
Are we seriously going to have
Something like
evil communists as the villains in this?
I knew I was fighting for the right side.
Yes, capitalism all the way till it's nothing left.
Well, it's too early for occult Nazis, so we have to take the second best
Actually-
option.
Actually, they were just about starting out. Yes, and also, and fun fact, Italy is fascist. Has been fascist for about a year by this point.
Yeah,
So yes,
for you.
it's stuff.
Oh yes, good for us. Thank you.
So I was asking what symbols does this actually have? Did you mention it already?
It is like a part of a small spiral on this with a with like some sort of like edging, like a set of runes, like very small.
But given it's only part of it,
And it's like this spirally symbol is in the middle of what looks like a sun.
All right. So what about that shiny? That
Yeah,
we
yes,
spotted?
that's the last row.
Yeah, this look. I have seen this in war times. They were. Bunch of commies used these. Some sort of king's amulet, was it?
Wait. Okay. Umlaut, you cannot see the gears creaking and running in Umlaut's brain, but he's trying somehow to reconciliate the idea of communism and monarchy together, and it's not working out. It doesn't make any sense.
So Devar,
Yeah, so I'm gonna stick the stick in the hole to see what's in there.
as you prod around and whatnot, you feel it hit something, and as you pull it out, something flies out and lands in the snow.
What is it?
It looks like a silver branch.
A silver branch?
Not what I was expecting.
Okay.
Is it magical?
It is magical, yes.
Oh.
It's then you start hearing footsteps in the snow, and it's none of you.
I knew it.
Oh
What
god.
direction? What direction?
And as you hear the snow, the footsteps in the snow, that's where we'll end the session.
Oh!
Oh no.
Oh no, cliffhangers! Oh no!
Ah!
Okay, I'm actually glad that we are ending it here because it's getting late and I desperately need to use the facilities,
I'm
so
sorry.
to speak.
Jeez,
So-
this is. We leave on this cliffhanger.
Yeah,
Yes.
this session it didn't go the way I planned, but oh well.
Well, I think it went into a series of interesting, if unfortunate, directions. And I do love the procedural mystery that we are investigating. Finding new clues, coming together with strategies, working as a group. We almost never work well as a group, come to think of it.
Work together as a team, download douchey hats from Steam.
Yeah, I remember that some old comic that Link review where there were a bunch of communist cultists. I thought you loved me. Believe me, baby, I do, but I love Stalin more.
That's Country Teenage Super Foxes #1.
Well, you know, Stalin has a respectable mustache. He killed a bunch of people, but he still has a cool mustache.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this. I enjoy how you are implementing the Red Scare into this campaign, because when people think of the Red Scare, they tend to focus more on the Cold War period or the McCarthy administration, but truthfully, people were paranoid about communism as early as the establishment of the Soviet Union, if not even before that.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, everybody, every political entity and country was so obsessed in what the Soviets were doing, they spent all of their energy and intel spying on them, and they did not notice the rise of fascism and Hitler right under their nose until it was too late. The real enemy.
Yeah, I read the first Tintin album.
Yeah.
I think the funny thing is that it would have been a much more credible fear if it hadn't been Stalin who managed to rise to the top of Soviet Union, because he was more
Yes.
interested in the internal issues of establishing communism instead of immediately spreading it around.
I think it was
No,
between the
the
pair of them
pro-
that actually stopped
the
the Cold War from actually happening.
Historically, the problem with socialism is that it's never really socialism, it's totalitarianism, and therefore a bad example of the idea.
Fascism, socialism, and that only really works on a small scale. I do mean a really small scale. That's
So,
family.
It's so
But
that
go
seems
to a
be the
country and it
case.
breaks apart.
Then again, we have to come up with something to replace capitalism when everybody died, and we have to rebuild society. You know, because
That's what-
capitalism has done more damage than everything else put together.
Yes, that's the thing. It's no system so far has actually managed to hit a balance.
No.
It is
Capitalism is the only system that has worked as intended for the longest time, aside from monarchy, and it was never good for the people that are not, well, the ruling class.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
it is,
still fast for both of them.
it is far from the perfect system, but it is the only system thus far that has managed to, well, function.
So
Let's go with that.
Yes, but it's
back to
yes,
the-
and the way it's meant to function is to the detriment of everyone who's not the
Rich.
1%.
yeah.
So,
So
again,
back to the let's
But
go
yeah,
back to the game.
wise, it's
Yeah.
looking like a good set, looking like a good thing. Lots of intrigue, lots of things, and we now know Ulmount has a phobia. Will now have a traumatic phobia of dolls for the rest of his life.
yes, well, it happened. Well, no, actually, it happened all in this session. So now he's going to be forever afraid of dolls because of
That's
the
what I mean. He now
experience.
has a fear of dolls.
Yes,
Yeah,
now has it.
well.
So I guess it's character development and whatnot.
A part of me is sorry I did that to you, but a part of me is like, yes, you've set off the mousetrap.
Honestly, I love it because, you know, dolls are creepy in real life, and I'm glad I followed.
Trust me on that one. I know that story.
Yeah, me as well. Also, I just love the fact that basically I brought antifungal.
Yes, and I murdered him.
Her name is antifungal, as in.
As in Antifa. Yes, we get it.
And
No,
I made fun of
Auntie.
and I used it to play a prank on everyone.
Yes.
Okay.
This was a very good episode, I think.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
we have,
I think.
everything is starting to
Honestly,
build.
guys, have you noticed none of us is dead currently? So
We broke a new record.
yes, I survived. Let's see if we can keep it up for the third session.
You've
Now-
now
now
doomed
we-
yourself
we-
to death. You know that. You
we,
said
we'll
that.
break the record if we manage to survive the next session.
That's true.
I mean,
Yeah, but
And
that's on your record if you get to the end.
No. We break the record if we manage to survive the first 5 minutes of the next session.
Yeah.
The real
We
record
didn't-
will be broken
we
if you
didn't
make it to
die
the end
that
of the thing,
fast.
end of the campaign. Then you'll have a real record.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not counting on us surviving all intact by the end of this, unless Danton is an extremely lenient DM.
We'll see, won't we?
Yeah, well,
pray the RNGesus.
Okay.
But we have a lot of
And
things.
pray you
on
don't
the-
have a lot of luck rolls.
We
And I
have
have a lot more hats to showcase.
we have a lot of things going on right now. There are probably fair on the loose, a married couple, possibly dead, maybe werewolves in the forest,
Yes, hag,
communist occultists running around,
ancient evils,
maybe,
This
and,
is-
Prince of Evils.
There's
and
so,
trees.
ghosts.
so many layers going on in this campaign.
Yes, good job, Danton. You have me properly intrigued. Hopefully, we can gel all of this together the proper way by the end of it.
Yes, I'm hoping that I can help you guys gel it together. But
Now, 50% of the fault if this fails is going to be the players.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Yeah, but I'm glad you're having fun so far. Thank you all for turning up.
And
Yes.
now everyone, well, out of character, knows that Tobias is an actual magician.
Yes, that's kind of bullpucky. If I knew I could just be a wizard or a barbarian in this Call of Cthulhu campaign, I would have done so. I assumed it was going to be like last year, just regular people, no magic whatsoever at our disposal. But no,
yeah,
then
I
the
thought
prestidigitator shows up with magic points, and you
First,
can
it
see.
will
Call
be
of-
like
first. Oh, yes, Matti.
yeah, I thought it would be like a beachside thing where we got powers during the campaign.
Well, first, there is a magic system in Call of Cthulhu. There is nothing saying that you can't be a magician. Two,
I
none of
wish
you
I knew that.
None of you asked. I asked. I got an answer.
Yeah,
That's a
I
terrible...
decided that I wouldn't go anywhere. I wouldn't go
Yeah.
down a magic route because my character's not bright enough,
Yeah,
and he's likely to explode himself.
I will say that basically that you can obtain magic, but it requires basically certain things to do so.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Well,
Oh,
the basic idea for my character was that what if I'm a stage magician who is also an actual magician?
Hide and
But
play
no one
fight.
realizes it.
This is me wiggling my fingers to showcase how impressed I am with
I,
the
ju-
idea.
I know, Madhog, you are very easy to impress.
I just like how I call the Icy Pals magic bullshit curry.
Murskovic.
Right.
So it's
Well,
bullshit. It's bullshit.
Okay,
it's bullshit
so this
and
has
trickery in
been
one.
session 2 of our Call of Cthulhu adjacent campaign titled Delceto. And I guess we'll see what happens next time. So thanks for joining us, if you actually are one of the 40 people who watched this, apparently. And-
I mean, 39 people, one of those 40 was me.
Yes.
you know what? I'm going to count it anyway, because you knew what happened in it and you listened to it anyway, so that
Well,
takes guts.
regardless of who's watching it, I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you'll continue to enjoy if you return.
Yes.
If
Next
you're not
time,
dead. Next
on-
time, Delceto.
Hotel Delceto.
Delceto for sure.
Like, share, and subscribe, Children of the Night.
Yes.
Maybe
And
that's the
stay-
reason. Maybe that's the
stay tuned.
reason we are getting so few views. We always forget to tell the people to like and subscribe.
No, it's the algorithm. The algorithm on YouTube works exactly like capitalism in real life. So
Yeah.
No
Pretty
hope
good
in
guy, folks.
breaking through this. Anyway, so good night, everybody.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Nah.
And take
Good
care.
morning.